am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
Ladies and gentlemen.
All I know is you never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
What is it with you and this obsession with this varsity crap?
People come to us because we don't sell them what they can't refuse because of the implication.
You wonder ever you're a bad man? World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door. Some things are a matter of duty.
The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough to dispute it.
And I was about to take advice from a clown who dives headfirst into the shallow end of the booth.
It's Talk Sports with John Reed and Cody McClure.
If it is to be said, so it be. So it is. So it is. So it is. So it is.
It's a Tennessee thing. Well, I'm holding on.
Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Happy Wednesday morning to you. October 1st. Spooky season. Football season. Hell, you're about to get basketball and hockey season to go along with MLB playoffs. It's the best time of the year. John Reed, Cody McClure, Sam Beard, and Bad News Bubba here to talk to you all for the next 3 hours. What's up, Cody?
Hello. Hey, good morning. It's good to be here and good to be anywhere in our fair city. Hello. Shout out to the freaks and everyone else who's freaked or not. Wednesday, October 1st. Wow, what a day. What a day. I think it's my niece's birthday, maybe. Or is her birthday on October 2nd? It may be tomorrow, but it's coming up soon. It's today or tomorrow. She was born, let's see, she'll be 20 or she just maybe 19. She's either born in 04 or 05, and her birthday's either today or tomorrow. So happy birthday or not to her. That's my sister's daughter. That's my niece. I only have one niece.
You clearly love her.
Yeah.
Clearly a great uncle.
We're very close, as you can tell. I do remember being at the hospital when she was born, but I can't remember. I want to say it was 04. Would that make her 20? That'd make her 21, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Well, she's either 19, 20, or 21, and her birthday's either today or tomorrow. So happy times to her, and happy day to the rest of you. Hello, Sam. Hello, Bubba.
Hello, Cody.
Hello.
Hello, Cody.
Hello to you. Let's have a great day, huh?
Yeah. That's what days are for.
Yep. I got delayed at the Starbucks this morning. I had to go back. I was there in time, and then I had to go back because I had an emergency.
Are you okay?
Yes. Yes.
Care to elaborate on the emergency or?
Nope.
Nope.
I don't think you want to hear at 8:09, 8:06 a.m. It's graphic.
Yeah. Sounds gross.
So anyway, nice cameras over there.
Sam, you good?
I'm chilling. Honestly,
low-key, just fantastic sports day yesterday, just right in the thick of playoff baseball all day long. You get it from basically 1 p.m. to midnight. That starts to bridge the gap in between those, those weekdays and everything between college football. And then as I was going to bed, there was I even tuned into the WNBA game in overtime.
Showed up right in overtime.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
It was all right.
Well, that makes two of you. You and the other fan. I watched the Dodgers beat the Reds 10-5. I didn't stay up for the whole thing, though, because it was like 8-0.
After they hit the back-to-back homers, I was out.
Yeah. Decided to go to sleep at that point.
Yeah, I didn't watch a pitch of it. I got it out of the movie, checked the score. It was 5-0. I said, okay, well, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, Dodgers had back-to-back blasts at one point. Tommy Edman and Teoscar Hernandez. Teoscar was a 3-run bomb that put him up 4-0, and then the fifth came Tommy Edman next at bat right there. So it was a pretty easy Dodgers victory. They kind of coasted from that point on.
Yeah, the Reds can't beat the Dodgers. They couldn't beat them in the regular season. I didn't think they were going to beat them in the playoffs. And then you see Shohei Ohtani come out and hit a bomb in the first inning, and you're like, okay, yep, that's about how it's going to go.
First batter up. Bang. Terry Francona, you know who that is?
Yeah, I know who Terry Francona is, yeah.
I was just making sure you know who your manager was.
Yeah, I know who Terry Francona is.
Well, there was an interesting story about him and all the bubble gum that he chews. Have you heard about this?
I mean, I know he always has his mouth just full of stuff.
Just chewing at all times, basically. He gave up tobacco, and so they said he chews a regular bubblegum stick, a grape, and some other flavor. Maybe it was I don't remember the other flavor, but he chews them all at the same time. It says he goes through 100 sticks a game.
I mean, when you got it at your disposal like they do, just buckets of it in the dugout, there's no need to have it for more than half an inning.
You think he's chewing sugar-free?
No, because he said he's a little bit worried about his teeth. He's like, I'm a little worried about my teeth with all this sugar, but it's better than the alternative, all that tobacco. So,
he's got to be in his 60s now, right? I mean, he's been around for a while.
Yeah, he's been around a minute.
I'd say he's at least got to be 60 at this point. So, I mean, I feel like no reason to be too worried about his teeth. I mean, he's made it 66 years. Yeah, he's 66 years old. He's all right.
When you look over at him, though, every time they pan to him, it's like a chipmunk or a beaver or something that chews a lot. He just looks like a chipmunk, I guess. That's either a chipmunk or a beaver.
Chipmunk is
known for chewing.
Well, no, just the ones with the big cheeks.
Oh, okay.
Beavers are known for chewing, but
you could also throw hamsters or any other like squirrels too. They just pouch stuff in their mouths.
Yeah.
I guess whatever comes to mind when you see him chewing that way.
I don't think of beavers with big jaws. I just think of them as chomping wood.
Yeah,
they chew a lot.
If you told me he's a beaver, I'd think he's damming up the dugout with bats and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well,
that'd be a good bit for somebody to take all the bats and just like build a little dam between them and the rest of the team.
That's what the Oregon State baseball team should have done.
Go by Beeve. That could be a good bit. Bubba, how are you? You good?
I'm all right.
Softball night last night?
Surprisingly, yeah. I thought it was going to get rained out. Nope. There's only one team on the field at one point in time playing in a monsoon downpour, and that was my team.
Did you guys win or lose?
We won. We faced a comeback situation to where we put 7 runs in the 6th inning.
Wouldn't there be 2 teams playing in a monsoon then?
Yeah, I don't want to give credit to the other team.
Well, surely you guys were out there playing by yourself, were you?
No, we were playing against them, but
okay.
We were out there in the field. They were just batting, so they had most of their guys in the dugout.
Okay.
Only one guy out there.
Fair enough. Just a little flash flood. How long did that last? What time were you out there? Because I was at the studio about 6 o'clock, and the heavens opened. The rain just came out of nowhere.
Our game was from 8 to 9, but it would start for a little bit and then back off, and then come back again. So rainfall couldn't give you an amount of, but it happened between that time. All I know is like home plate had a puddle on it in front of our dugout, had a puddle. Our dugout had a puddle.
Okay.
Just the whole, it was just so messy. Bad day to wear the shoes that I wear.
I was hanging around here, Vols 1085, and the boss were betting on baseball, and they were like, hey, we're going to take this Garrett Crochet VFL first pitch prop over 97.0 miles per hour. He's going to throw a fastball to start the playoffs. It's his first start. Okay, let's see. Sitting here. Boom, first pitch, fastball, strike, 97 miles per hour. Vols 1085 is like, let's go. Let's go. Good job, Garrett Crochet. And then next thing you know, boom, FanDuel marks it as a loss. And he's like, what? What the hell is this? And then Major League Baseball was like, it's 96.8 miles per hour. Sorry, you lose. So the radar gun on TV was like 97, but the official was like 96.8. Sorry. We don't round up on the radar gun. So that was a loss. And that's the worst type of loss. It's a loss after you think you've won. And that's tough. But that was the extent of my baseball yesterday. Scooble getting a bunch of strikeouts was cool.
I mean,
Tim was also tore up. He was sitting there with me watching the Tigers game, and he was like, should I go Scooble live line over 12 and a half strikeouts at plus 2,700?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a lot of strikeouts, Tim. I know he's rolling, but 12 is a lot. And then he gets pulled with 14.
Yeah, that Scooble guy's a beast. I don't know if the Tigers are going to be able to hold off the Guardians over the next two games. If they can still win that series without him. But he's a weapon, man. He's a dominant pitcher. I know it's not breaking news, but it's fun watching those dominant pitchers in the playoffs, especially one that owns another team. Like, you could just throw him out there and he's going to dominate his rival. Pretty cool.
Crochet did it too.
Yeah, Crochet did it too. VFL. That's a big win for the Bo Sox.
One thing I got to say about Crochet, it kind of struggled at first, but then I think it was 17 batters that just, struggled completely towards the end of the game.
17 in a row he set down,
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's
Not strikeouts, but,
Sure, just 17 retired in a row. That's, if it was 17 strikeouts in a row, I think I would have really heard about that one.
Yeah.
He struck out Aaron Judge, and he was just so mad. He spun around kind of and was just laughing. Like, I can't beat this guy.
Aaron Judge has a noodle arm. He can't throw out
a
guy called up at second base on a little dinker. Come on now.
So just like Scooble, the Red Sox maybe have just that big weapon at the top of their rotation. We'll see if they can close out, both road teams in the AL able to win game one. Home team's got to win two in a row now. Still one of the biggest what ifs in Tennessee sports history. If COVID didn't happen in 2020, and we would have got to see Garrett Crochet maybe have like a Paul Skeens type of run and get Vitello a trip to Omaha at the very least, and maybe a championship. We haven't had a pitcher like that since. We haven't really had one.
Was he vaxxed?
I don't think he had COVID. I don't think that was a problem. I think it was the sport. The sport got shut down.
Backs up. Yeah, it's too bad.
Bubba's back here on Google. Was Garrett Crochet back?
Yeah, I don't think you have to Google that, Bubba.
It's too bad.
I don't think it matters
that we lost all those sports that year. That was an awful time, an awful year.
I kind of think it helped basketball, and I kind of think it helped kill football. So I don't think it was a net negative, from Tennessee's perspective, but baseball definitely was. I would like to have seen Crochet just to have one of those power pitchers, like I said, like Paul Skeens, like we saw him do with LSU, just to see if he could have carried us. Going to get to watch him in the playoffs, and it sucks because Crochet VFL, but you don't have that huge connection with him. I would have liked to have seen him, his last year at Tennessee, just kind of be able to put the team on his back. But I'm still rooting for him. Good for your Red Sox, Bubba. Good for your Dodgers, Cody.
Thanks. COVID was half a decade ago. Crazy.
That's how time works.
And Joe Rogan's still talking about it.
It ain't going away. It ain't going away. All right, Sam, send us to break. We'll come back. We'll get into some sports. Stick with us right here on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet. Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, hit tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball to score points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear!
To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players and helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles. Unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey. Hear, hear!
Good morning. An accident being cleared southbound Alcoa Highway at Maloney Road. It's had traffic slow leaving Knox County, headed towards Blount County there on Alcoa Highway southbound. This time of the morning, the heaviest flow. Traffic's over in the northbound lanes coming up out of Blount County here as you pass the flea market into Knox County. Again, southbound, still a little bit slow there for a few more minutes trying to get past UT Medical Center on Alcoa Highway. Hey, Fountain City Jewelers is your diamond engagement ring headquarters. Stop by and see them today and shop local at Fountain City Jewelers next to Litton's. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Oh, yes, Wednesdays during football season. Don't love those. Don't love those. Especially a Wednesday during bye week for Tennessee, where we don't have a game to look forward to. We're too far away from Mississippi State to really look back. Not deep enough in the season to really start, hammering out playoff scenarios. NFL season's not far enough to really have any big storylines. Has the NFL been boring this year to you guys so far? Maybe it's just a Titans suck. I'm a little checked out, but is there anything in the NFL that we have even found interesting through the first month of the season?
Yeah, there's been some good football. It's not boring to me because I like football.
Well, I'm talking about from a storyline standpoint. I'm talking about from a takeaway standpoint.
You don't think there's good storylines?
I don't know. Give me a couple.
The Ravens are 1-3. The Chiefs have had a bit of resurgence. Now, if you're watching a lot of Philadelphia,
Chiefs have had a resurgence. I mean, they're 2-2, and I don't know if that's
okay. What did they start?
Quite a resurgence.
Okay, they started 0-2. Now they've won 2 in a row, right? So that's I'd say that constitutes, quote, a bit of a resurgence.
I don't think it does.
Okay, well, that's your opinion.
Not when one of the wins is beating the Giants. I mean,
the Giants just beat the Chargers. They're a serviceable franchise.
They're 1-3, and they're very terrible. The Giants
they're not very terrible.
The New York Giants are not terrible. Is that what we're saying?
They're not very terrible.
The team that's won like 7 games the last 3 seasons.
They have new energy with Jackson Dart. They're better than they used to be. Now Malik Neighbors is out, so the Giants are fun.
The Giants are fun.
Yeah, they got that Scatabo. They got Jackson. They're a young team. Like, they got some building blocks there.
The Giants are fun.
They have building blocks.
Did you watch the Sunday night game against the Chiefs? Because at no point did I watch them and think, this team is fun.
Well, maybe you don't like football, but they have some young pieces that have their fan base excited. The Giants are fun. Trending toward being fun. They're not, maybe, fun. I mean, how do you define it? What's your idea of fun? I think having a young roster and feeling like I got some hope for the future feels fun.
I think when 75% of their season's been played with Russell Wilson, I got a hard time calling that fun.
I think we just beat the Chargers. Yeah, but now we got Jackson Dart. We just beat the Chargers.
Also, now they're fun.
You don't think they're
Jackson Dart?
They're having a lot more fun this week than they were 2 weeks ago.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. If you're saying they're fun compared to what they were, for 75% of the season.
Well, whatever. Sure. But this was not about the Giants anyway. It was about the Chiefs having a 2-game win streak. So that's a storyline.
Quote, bit of a resurgence. Okay.
Well, the Chiefs, were left for dead by some. They were left for dead. Now they're 2-2. So Ravens 1-3. That's a big story. Can Jerry turn the Cowboys around? That's a story.
I don't think anyone's.
Can the Cowboys stop someone defensively at some point in time? Probably not. That Giants-Cowboys game, definition of fun. That was fun. You didn't think that was fun? You didn't think Cowboys-Packers was fun?
I'm still waiting for the storylines. You said there's plenty of them.
I mean, there's storylines all around the league. Is Buffalo any good? They keep just kind of playing with their food. Are the Detroit Lions the best team in the NFL? Will someone unseat the Philadelphia Eagles? I mean, you can come up with something for every team.
I think you're proving my point with your lack of storylines here.
I think you just don't like football.
No, I like football. I was just saying I didn't think anything has really happened in the NFL. Sam, do you have anything storyline wise? I found college football much more interesting this year.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it feels like there's a lot of star talent or just like really talented players around the league that you don't feel like are playing great. And it's either just maybe them not playing great or kind of the circumstance where it's like, Joe Burrow goes down and he's out for the season. So guys like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins aren't necessarily as exciting. Vikings kind of working through a new quarterback. So Justin Jefferson not popping. Malik Neighbors gets hurt.
From a young star,
Thomas not looking good. I just think there's a lot of talent out there that's not delivering right now.
Yeah, from a young star perspective and a fantasy perspective, I think you hit the nail on the head there. I mean, like Chase and Jefferson, 2 of the biggest stars in the league. Basically, I don't want to say being ruled obsolete, but like their impact's now going to be greatly impacted by bad quarterback play. I think that's a pretty good call. And then Neighbors, you throw him in there, another LSU receiver. Kind of a bad year for LSU receivers when you look at it.
CeeDee Lamb's hurt. Mm-hmm. Injuries. There's a storyline for you. Injuries. I mean, look at all the top receivers who were taken in fantasy drafts. Other than Puka Nacua, he's the only one who's performed. St. Brown, those 2 guys are really the only 2. I mean, really performing at this point.
Puka's the only thing I've gotten right so far in fantasy, but he is keeping me afloat. I tried to get him in all my leagues, and he is carrying me right now. We'll see if he's able to avoid the injury bug. But yeah, the wide receivers, maybe that's it. Maybe that's the storyline, is just the young stars, the LSU trio on the shelf, or dealing with the quarterback on the shelf.
Because I do think Cody's somewhat right. Like, you can make a storyline out of a bunch of different teams, but like when it comes to those individual performances and that star talent that you talk about, it just doesn't feel like those people are really popping through the first couple weeks of the year.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you could think about every team and come up with a sentence that describes them. I get that you can sum them up, but I just don't find most of them to have. Like, I don't think anything with Buffalo right now is fascinating at all. Like, I think Buffalo has been very boring. I don't find them to be intriguing at all right now. The Eagles, like, I don't find them to be necessarily intriguing right now. I find them to be gross.
I saw a crazy stat with them yesterday. They lead the league in 3-and-out rate at like 48%. The Titans are like 44%.
And maybe the Eagles do have a storyline of just like, is this team actually good? Is this team because I felt they weren't good all of last year, even as they won the Super Bowl. I was like, this is not an actual elite team. This can't be. I'm watching the eye test is saying this team can't do anything offensively. It can't be explosive. It can't pick up these things. Yet they went to the Super Bowl and then kicked the Chiefs' ass in the Super Bowl, and all of a sudden Jalen Hurts was throwing the ball. That wasn't the Eagles team we saw all last year.
They've added new elements to their favorite play.
Even this year, like, I feel like, they're not very good, but then they fall behind 20 points to the Rams, and it's like, okay, time to go. All right, I guess we got to throw the ball to A.J. Brown now. Because otherwise you could convince me that Sirianni is just like, it's an experiment to see if they can make A.J. Brown snap. Like, you could convince me, like, the video that came out of him and Devonta Smith walking back to the locker room after the Bucks game, where they both just looked despondent despite winning.
Neither of them had any grass stains on their pants.
Neither one of them stained. Neither one of them smiling. Both just hanging their heads. And then Bubba had the gall to try to trade me Devonta Smith, like as if I want to get in the Devonta Smith business last night.
You had the gall when I told you my player was off limits to still suggest him.
I asked if there was anything for a 2-for-1, and you said yes. So he wasn't off limits. You said, what combination? I said, I'm open for business outside of Puka. If you'd have said, what about this for Puka? I would have said, no, off limits. You said a guy was off limits, and I said, well, what about if it's a multiplayer trade? You
I
said,
brought
well,
up
yeah,
one guy, and then you immediately gave me another option, and I just wasn't interested.
And that's completely fair. Like, I have no beef with it, but don't say you said a guy was off limits and then you're offended that I still suggested him because you said, well, what's the deal? Like, what players are you talking about? Clearly he wasn't off limits.
Here.
Huh?
That's how trading works. You want to act like he's your prize item to try to up the ante.
Sure.
Say, well, I really want this guy now.
Sure.
If he's off limits.
Sure, but when I said Puka was off limits, you couldn't have given me anybody on your team, any combination of guys on your team for Puka. That's what off limits is. That's what untouchable means. Don't be offended that you said you didn't want to trade a guy, and I said, well, what about this? I'm just saying you offered me Devonta Smith as if I am some type of moron that thinks the Eagles are going to have relevant fantasy receivers.
Yeah, because I was trying to dump him off on you.
I know.
Okay.
That's offensive.
Good. Take offense to it.
I did. And now I'm gonna revel watching you finish in last place.
Okay.
It's gonna bring me much joy. I'm like, I've tried to help him. Unfair trade partner. One of those guys doesn't want to do business. Wants to fleece somebody.
I'd try to bring up somebody that I was interested in on your squad, and you completely bypassed them. So
that's not true at all.
It is.
Who was that?
Etienne.
I didn't. What I bypass? You could have had Etienne. We could have worked out something for Etienne.
Well, I brought his name up, and I brought up some guys that I was willing to maybe put forth, and
yeah,
you just never announced.
Yeah, I mean,
instead you try to give me Chase Brown, who's struggling right now. I
sure,
don't want that.
I try to give you a 2-for-1. Yeah, a 2-for-1. Sure. You tried to give me Devonta Smith as if I don't know the Eagles can't throw the ball, though. Like, in what world is Travis Etienne for Devonta Smith a fair trade, Bubba?
Well, it's not just Devonta Smith. He's in a combo.
Breaking news. The Browns are officially benching Joe Flacco in favor of Dylan Gabriel. This actually came out yesterday afternoon. CBS had it first, but now Schefter's on it.
CBS had it first. Because I saw Gabriel yesterday.
Yeah, Jordan told us this yesterday We knew this pretty early.
Now this might be a storyline that you actually care about. This might be a storyline that the NFL, the Browns probably don't want this on their front door, but like the fact we've already gotten past Flacco, and we're going to Dylan Gabriel means that we're on the way to Shador. It feels like, or at the very least, that the Shador stuff's going to ramp up. Because I think for as long as Flacco was starting quarterback, you could at least say, hey, the Browns are quote unquote trying to do the veteran thing. They're trying to let the young guys learn. They're trying to protect them. But now that we have opened the box into the rookie quarterbacks, it's really going to ramp up the debate between Dylan Gabriel and Shador. It's really going to ramp that up.
Especially if Dylan Gabriel's no good.
I don't really expect Dylan Gabriel to be good. Do you?
No. I don't expect Shador to be good either, though. So if I'm the Browns, I simply feel like I don't have a quarterback.
Well, they don't, which is a shame because they got a defense again. And I don't really feel bad for Myles Garrett because he could have left or made things uncomfortable, but he just signed the contract and, said he wanted to stay and didn't really put their feet to the fire or anything. So it sounds as if he's okay with struggling and with losing and not having a quarterback ever.
The mistake by the lake.
But I got to say, Shador probably isn't going to be good, but Shador is, infinitely more interesting than Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, he's more interesting. I mean, there's nothing about Dylan Gabriel that jumps off the page at you. There's some fire there with Shador. His daddy was Deion Sanders. That's
there we
the
go.
Most interesting thing about him.
We got the Browns now. Welcome to the storylines of the NFL. Congrats. Now we'll be on Shador versus Dylan Gabriel watch, which feels really gross when you say it out loud. But now Cleveland's all of a sudden going to be a main talking point on First Take, and are there other shows like that anymore? I guess First Things First. The Herd. I don't know.
If he didn't pick and choose where he wanted to get drafted, he would have had that Raven spot for a few weeks, it looks like.
We didn't really talk about that, right? Where he just basically, the report was he told the Ravens he didn't want to be a backup to Lamar, which he would have had a chance to now be a starting quarterback for maybe a week or two. Is Lamar officially out? Like, have they rolled him out this week? Because he'd have got to play last week against the Chiefs, but I haven't seen that Lamar officially out moving forward, that the injury was that long. But I got to say, like, if you're Shador, Lamar doubtful for this week. If you're Shador or you're Dylan Gabriel, either one, like, you are now in the spotlight with a chance to start on a team that, like, isn't terrible, on a team that can maybe manage some stuff around you and be good if you are at least competent at quarterback. Now the wide receivers, I mean, Jerry Jeudy and Ced Tillman, that's got to be at least bottom 5 in the league in terms of duos.
Yeah, it's not great. If this doesn't work out for the Browns, I'd say they just line up Quinshon Judkins there and run the Wildcat. That'd probably be my next move.
Just put him and Dylan Sampson back there together. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. Sampson got pushed immediately to the back burners once Judkins got out there. Judkins has looked good. Judkins has looked good.
Studkins. Put Myles Garrett at fullback.
I would like to see Myles Garrett at quarterback. Let's just try that. That was something I saw a highlight from 2019 where Juwan Jennings, they lined him up at goal line at quarterback and let him run in. We should have messed around with that a little bit more back in the Pruitt days. Should have at least had fun. That's the thing. If you're going to be terrible, at least be fun. Let's go Browns. Myles Garrett at wide receiver. Let's just try it. Put him in the goal line. Let's see what he can do at tight end.
What's he going to hurt?
Yeah, he ain't going to hurt
nothing.
You're paying him a bunch of money. Let him do it.
Let the guy play football. He's a football player. Best player you got.
Shador Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, both good college quarterbacks. I don't have a lot of confidence in either one of them at the pro level. Bill Connolly ranked the current college football quarterbacks this season. We'll look at that. We'll see where Joey ranks We'll talk some college football coming up after the break. Stick with us right here on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Now through the end of the year, we're offering half-price whitening with a cleaning. That's right, half-price whitening with a routine teeth cleaning at Knoxville Smiles. Call today to set up your appointment. 865-539-1776. That's 865-539-1776. Or book online at KnoxvilleSmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area, from Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive. Even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Piece of rice paper. See the news yesterday, UCLA already getting rid of their offensive coordinator. Tino Sunseri out at OC. Pour one out.
He comes from such a great legacy of coaches.
Well, Sunseri used to be thought of at least decently, right, at Alabama. I mean, he was thought of as a good coach until he got here and got on Dooley's staff, right? I remember people were excited whenever he was a defensive coordinator here at first. No? Is that wrong?
I can't remember whether or not people were excited. You may be right.
I feel like it was still like in the hey, you got somebody from Alabama. That's good. That'll work.
Yeah, it didn't.
No, it didn't. It didn't at all.
Justin Wilcox was good, though.
He was smart. He was a rat that jumped off of a sinking ship. He was good.
He's a good defensive mind.
Kind of the opposite of what the Iamaleava family did, where they jumped off of a perfectly fine ship that had some pretty nice people on deck.
Did you know that Jim Chaney has been under almost every Tennessee coach we've had? since Fulmer.
He's had something to do with the program since Fulmer?
Yeah, if not all of them.
Yeah.
There might be one that he may not have ever been with Butch.
I was going to say, I don't think he was ever with Butch.
But he's been, I think, with every other one that we've had. Jim Chaney loves it here. Knoxville guy.
Gus's. That's what keeps him coming back.
He is fat. Or he used to be. I don't know. I hadn't seen him in a while. I can't say for certain that he's still fat.
He probably is.
He's probably fat.
I'm pretty confident he is. I'm pretty confident.
Maybe he found Ozempic. Speaking of Ozempic, do you see that big fat dance team from Alabama and the team that they were playing? Their the opposing PA announcer said like shout out to Ozempic or something after they got off the field.
No, I didn't. See if you can find that. I would like to see that. Kind of a bleak end to the career for Jim Chaney though. After COVID, just offensive analyst with the Saints, offensive analyst with Georgia Tech, offensive analyst with A&M, OC at Georgia State, then demoted to just offensive analyst at Georgia State and offensive analyst at Tennessee. Kind of a bleak end to the career.
It was Alabama State's plus-size dance team.
They call them the plus-size dance team?
The Honeybees is what they call them.
But do they call them the plus-size dance team? Like, is that a part of the brand?
I don't know about that. But they performed over the weekend at Florida A&M during halftime.
Uh-huh.
And after they were finished, the Florida A&M stadium announcer congratulated them on becoming the new face of Ozempic.
Oh, well. If they build themselves as the as the plus size dance team, I don't think they can get mad about that.
Well, they were not happy about it.
Yeah, that's tough. Bill Connolly updated his college football quarterback rankings without knowing, the entire list, without knowing really every quarterback in the country. Where would you put Joey Aguilar's performance through 5 games? Where would you safely kind of rank him from what you've seen? Which I brought up Nico and his family, UCLA, Sunseri getting fired. But I will also point out, Big Nick, maybe not wrong about everything. He called Pete Nakos a bitch, and then Pete Nakos didn't have, any Tennessee Vols in the top 10 of the transfer portal rankings. Did you see that? The impact transfer portal players? I feel like that was a pretty big oversight.
By Pete? Yeah, no, I didn't see that one.
He did his top 10 transfer portal impact players, and I feel like you have to have a Vol on there, whether it be Colton Hood, who's worked his way into being a first-round pick, whether it's an offensive lineman that's been pretty good, or like I said, Joey Aguilar. I feel like they one of them has made a top 10 impact, especially when number 3 is Darian Mensah from Duke, who hasn't accomplished anything significant. But I digress. Either way, Sam, where would you comfortably kind of rank Joey Aguilar if you were saying he's a top blank quarterback so far this season?
I'd have him squarely inside the top 10, I'd say.
Okay.
Probably hovering a little bit closer to the 10 than to the 1.
Sure. So closer to 10 than 1. Okay. Cody?
I'd have him damn near top 5 for sure in the top 10, and I'd have him closer to 5 than I would 10.
Okay, so you mean 5, 6, or 7, right? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
Bubba?
I'd probably put him at around 12.
So just outside the top 10?
Hater.
Surprising, but Bill has him all the way
10.
down at 17, and doesn't really write positive things about him. I don't know. It's giving box score watcher, because you're like, after a nearly flawless start, Aguilar's game has sprung some leaks of late. He has thrown 5 interceptions in his past 3 games and took a pair of sacks against Mississippi State. Still, he has brought explosiveness back to the Tennessee offense, averaging 14.3 yards per completion while only taking 3 sacks all season.
Well, we never thought he was going to go pickless.
Am I being too positive to say that like I haven't really been worried about most of those picks? Like telling me that he got, he's thrown 5 in his last 3 games. Like, okay, like that is accurate, but the one against UAB was a tip ball, right? Like it was one that went off the receiver's hands and into the air, correct?
That's right.
Like 50 feet in the air, where it was
Yeah.
just like catching a punt basically to catch the interception.
Right, but it went off the receiver's hands first, right?
Yeah,
like it now you could argue maybe it's too hard thrown or maybe not exactly 100% accurate, whatever, but like that interception I'm not necessarily giving him. And then, we talked about the ones from Mississippi State. When you look at, I'll give him one of those against Mississippi State.
Yeah, but when a guy's making a national list like that, I mean, he's looking at it from a bird's eye view. He doesn't know the context of every pick.
I feel like you need to, though, right?
Nah. I mean, you can't expect that from a national guy.
You can't ask a national guy at ESPN to at least be like, hey, get me a cut up of these interceptions. Like, I'm not saying he should necessarily watch every play, but don't you at least want to watch the interceptions if you're going to write that, hey, he's thrown 5 interceptions? Is it too much to have? I assume, now maybe I'm wrong, I assume ESPN still has a pretty big staff like working there in terms of fact checkers and researchers and guys that are like helping these main talents.
I mean, sure, but you would expect him to do that with every quarterback then at that point.
I would expect him to do it with the ones he's ranking, or at least the ones he's citing interception problems with. Like, I don't think that's asking too much. I think that takes 10 minutes. That takes 20 minutes to at least say, hey, I want a supercut of every interception this guy's thrown.
I think a part of it, if you just took those stat lines and you just replaced the name Joey Aguilar with Nico Iamaleava, I think he's well inside the top 10 in this list. I think it's just like Joey Aguilar is not a name that's popped and they don't want to, like, I think some of it is I don't know what the quarterbacks are ahead of them, but I feel like this is just like this is some App State quarterback. Surely he's bound to kind of fall back to the pack. He can't be this good already.
Yes and no. Like immediately around him, 2 spots ahead of him, Luke Altmaier and Tommy Castellanos. So, Illinois and Florida State's quarterback. And then 3 spots behind him, like, for the next 3 spots, Carson Beck, who, should have the kind of the what you're talking about in terms of like name value and like school value. Bo Prabula and Gunnar Stockton.
Hell, Tommy lost to Virginia.
I don't think it's accurate to watch the games and say that Tommy Castellanos is better than Joey Aguilar. Like, I don't think that's accurate.
He just beat Alabama.
Now, Castellanos made a really clutch throw on that 4th down, but like when they got down to the goal line and Virginia's like, okay, now we know they got to throw it. Like they were teeing off on him and he was lost in the pocket. He's good at running. He's good at scrambling. I'll give him that. But like I would not watch them or look at the stats and say that he has outperformed Joey.
I think we view things through orange tinted glasses, though, more than your average national. Who'd you say this was? Bill Connolly, your guy? I mean, we're going to be viewing it differently than he is. It doesn't necessarily make one party right or wrong. It's just we're going to have a lot more context, I feel like, than he would.
Or does that not make it right or wrong if he's lacking the context and he's just citing 5 interceptions?
Well, he probably knows more about the other quarterbacks generally than we do.
Sure.
Sure. I mean, you would think with a job like that at ESPN.
Well, it's brought me into doubt. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he does or not.
I don't know how good Joey is. I mean, to me, like I'd have him right up there at the top of my Heisman ballot. But that's just me.
Has Florida State had a bye already, Sam?
Me, the only SEC media member to pick the Tennessee Vols to win the conference, by the way.
It just seems a little crazy when you see 1,070 total yards and 8 total touchdowns for Tommy. And then right under it's 1,500 yards and 15 touchdowns for Joey. It just seems a little tough. And I'm not trying to be a Joey Glazer. I'm not trying to look, through orange tinted glasses, but I just think, since when do we say taking a pair of sacks is like necessarily a bad thing? It just seems pretty nitpicky.
There's one reason to explain Tommy Castellanos.
Well, if he has 500 yards and 7 touchdowns in his next game, he can rise to Joey's level.
There's one way to explain that, and that's that Tommy Castellanos beat Alabama. Had Alabama survived that game by a field goal or won it by 1 point, his name wouldn't be on there.
Yeah, and I just think that's a dumb way to do things.
And you may be right, but that's
because I'll go back and say that if Tennessee's kicker makes a kick, then you could say that Joey beat Georgia without doing anything differently at all. If Tennessee's kicker makes a kick, he's at the top of the Heisman list, and he's a top 5 quarterback, and everyone's like, oh, my God, Joey. But instead, the kicker misses, so now all of a sudden we're judging his performance differently.
Joey couldn't have done anything else to beat Georgia.
I won't say that.
I mean, really, when it comes to – well, just looking at the most important plays in that game.
I won't say he couldn't have done anything differently. I mean, he could
have put on his Superman cape, I guess, but, like, he's pretty damn good.
He could have taken a little bit of mustard off of the slant pass to Mike Matthews in overtime. Like, I don't think that was a greatly thrown ball. Like, I don't think it was necessarily inaccurate, but, like, I would think that Joey would look and say, I could do a little bit better job there. The same way, like, I think Mac Matthews would say, hey, I should catch it. Like, I'm not saying it's one guy or the other. I'm giving 80% of the blame to Mike Matthews for not catching it. But, like, I just can't say Joey couldn't have done anything better against Georgia because he didn't play a flawless game. And even in the crunch time.
He wasn't, 28 for 28. But
no, even in crunch time, he could have done a couple things a little bit better.
Where's Ty Simpson on this list?
Ty Simpson on this list comes in. Where do you think Ty Simpson should be, Sam?
Probably somewhere around the top 10, I'd say.
He's number 8.
Okay.
Your boy Brooks has Ty Simpson number 1 in his new quarterback rankings.
Ty Simpson's getting a lot of love, for this performance against Georgia, which, okay, like the total numbers look pretty good. I mean, when you tell me 276 and 2 touchdowns plus another rushing touchdown, like that's a damn good performance.
Like, to me, I just think, I don't know, like, I think Joey's shown it against 2 very solid teams with Georgia and Mississippi State so far. And clearly what we saw this past weekend with Ty Simpson at Georgia is the guy that a lot of people were expecting to see. But, like, I think you have one terrible performance to start the year with Florida State, one really good one with Georgia, and then just playing 2 lifeless opponents in between.
Okay, you say a terrible performance against Florida State. Did you feel like he was terrible against Florida State? Because I think the team was. But, like, I don't remember, and you might be right, Sam, so I'm not trying to argue. It's just I feel like coming out of that game, the story was more about he's being too conservative. He didn't scramble when he was supposed to. But, like, I remember, like, everyone looking and just saying, man, that defense looks like it quit. Like, that defense just can't tackle. Like, it felt like he was not great in that game, but not the reason they lost is how I felt.
I mean, terrible might not be the way to do it, but, like, he certainly wasn't driving the winning. And I think if you're going to be a top 10 quarterback, like, you should – you should kind of have that in that sense.
That's completely fair. I didn't think it was fair to say he was terrible against Florida State just because I thought he was really conservative and I thought that he was like scared as somebody really making his first start, but kind of like Gunnar Stockton. I talked about both of those guys getting thrust, that they had some spot starts in the past, but you would look and say, hey, it's your team now. What are you going to do? I thought both Stockton and Simpson came out slow, but I would say that both Stockton and Simpson have kind of settled into like, hey, the clothes fit now. Like, hey, I grew into my dad's blazer. I'm a man now. This fits. It's not hanging off. The sleeves aren't too long anymore. Both those guys look like they belong in the SEC as quarterbacks because coming out of week 1 or week 2, you didn't know if Ty Simpson even belonged as an SEC quarterback. I was like, hey, a redshirt junior, there's a reason he didn't get his first crack, until, 4 years down the road. That's usually not a good thing. But I got to say, since the first game, he is, like I said, the jacket fits now.
Yeah, we'll see how he does against Vanderbilt. They're finally playing a real team on the schedule.
I don't know why they're projecting over 13 games, but it's like 13 games. He's projected for 3,700 passing yards, 42 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Like that's not going to work. That's not going to happen for Ty Simpson, obviously. But
what if Georgia's defense just isn't any good?
It's very possible that is the case.
And Joey and Ty Simpson both just carved up a bad defense.
It is the case. And as we get more data and as we watch that Georgia-Alabama game, like it does feel like Tennessee missed a golden opportunity to beat Georgia. Does feel like they were right for the picking.
Yeah, Kirby 9-1 against the Vols, 1-7 against the Tide. That's the way it goes.
Really, really nice. We got that first one.
Yeah.
against Kirby.
Yeah, thanks, Butch. Otherwise, he'd be 10-0 against Tennessee, which would be his best mark against any SEC team. He is 9-0 against Kentucky.
Really, really lucky we got the Hail Mary, which, by the way, today is, I guess, the 10-year anniversary of that.
Thank you, Butch.
Or 9-year anniversary. Right?
Butch
is that how that works? 2016, 2025?
Yeah, it'd be
9 years or 10 years?
That's 9 years. Butch is still on his knees, thanking the heavens for that one.
Yeah, you said 10 games. So I was thinking 10 years, but I guess they can't play 2 games basically in a year period.
Dobbs heaves it.
The win over Georgia in 25 kind of annoys me seeing those highlights. But no matter how much I hate Butch, or no matter how, like, you know, my memories have been tainted of that 2016 team, I still do get pumped when I see the Hail Mary victory.
Yeah, it was fun.
Think back to that day. 2015 Georgia, that big comeback, and
the greatest punt of all time.
The greatest punt of all time. Like that one actually makes me mad when I see it, because I think if you lose that game, you could have fired Butch and gone on a different path. Although, you know, I think Tennessee ended up in a good spot with the broken road leading us here. Things are pretty good. Things are pretty solid.
Good administration. Good chancellor. Good president. Cleared Fulmer's ass out of there. Going home, Phil. Gonna get a real AD in here now.
Yeah, but the Georgia State loss. Yeah,
Gandhi Plowman.
Yeah,
she's awesome. See that letter she sent to that queer Muslim professor?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't check out for that. That one didn't make my.
I read the letter. Well, that professor now is like appealing it or whatever, trying to get back on board, saying she didn't deserve to be fired.
Yeah, I guess that story doesn't interest me at all.
Yeah.
Unless it goes like national, gets national attention, we'll see.
It was national for a minute.
Hour 1 of the books. We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines. Tennessee basketball gets a commitment. We'll dive into that. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Powell High School quarterback Deuce Rogers. Rogers led the Panthers to a 42-35 win over Central last week, accounting for over 400 yards of total offense, with 4 rushing touchdowns and 2 passing touchdowns, as Powell remained unbeaten on the season. Powell High School quarterback Deuce Rogers, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated. They can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332941.
Whether you're heading to work, taking the kids to school, or planning your next road trip, your car needs to be ready for the ride. Hi, I'm Russell Smith, and I've been a customer at Matlock Tire and Auto Service for about as long as I've been driving. For me, it all comes down to trust. Look, I'm not a car guy, and I just don't want to get taken advantage of on car maintenance costs. Matlock Tire Service is a family-owned and operated business, and they wouldn't have made it this long if they hadn't been providing trustworthy service you can depend on. They're the home of the price match guarantee, which means you can bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. I've bought a lot of tires at Matlock over the years, and I always go there for my oil changes. You should too. They've got locations in Farragut, Hardin Valley, Lenoir City, Maryville, and Athens. Visit their website, matlocktireservice.com, to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment. Tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Honest service, quality work, dependable care. Matlock Tire and Auto Service.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Scottie Pippen
7 a.m.
reportedly,
to
quote,
10 a.m.
beyond livid at Michael Jordan for portrayal in The Last Dance. You're listening to Talk Sports. He's upset. You have Horace Grant ripped MJ. Lie. If MJ had a grudge with me, let's settle it like men. He then went on to talk about the accusation of being called a snitch. Horace Grant said, well, if I'm a snitch, what is MJ for airing out the 84 Bulls and their cocaine circus? What does that make him? A hypocrite. Airing every day
From 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Horace said he's the snitch. Scott Burrell, that was heartbreaking to watch, to see a guy, a leader, to go at guys like that. I understand in terms of practicing you have to push and shove here and there, but outright punching and things of that nature and calling them B's and H's, that wasn't called for. 1340 WKGN.
What are H's?
I want to imagine hose.
Hose?
Yeah, like for yard work.
Why would he call his teammates hoes?
That's an insult people use.
It is?
Yeah.
Men to other men?
Yeah.
I'm going to start calling you that. You a hoe.
Hour number 2, kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Drink the light, refreshing White Claw Hard Seltzer. Pick you up a variety pack. Try some of their White Claw vodka. Drink it responsibly. Shout out to Cherokee Distributing locally. Let's hit some Hour 2 headlines. What you got, Cody?
Oh, thanks, John. The Dodgers beat the Reds last night 10-5. In other baseball action, the Tigers 2-1 over the Indians. The Cubs beat the Padres 3-1, and the Red Sox beat the Yankees 3-1. How about that? Yankees and Red Sox are in a playoff bout.
Are you just learning of this?
Best of 3.
Are you just learning of the Yankees and Red Sox?
I learned of it yesterday.
Okay.
The Red Sox only got to get one more, though, and that'll eliminate the Yankees from the playoffs. How about that, huh? Crazy. Well, WNBA players are backing your favorite player who ripped the WNBA yesterday and calls for change. A host of WNBA players league-wide showed support for Minnesota Lynx star Nafisa Collier after she ripped WNBA leadership in her exit interview Tuesday.
It's so disrespectful to mispronounce people's name on purpose.
I think I
It's so
agree
gross.
with everything she said, says Lexi Hall, the Fever's alternate player rep for the WNBA PA. We're at a really important time in the league and changes need to be made. And so you're seeing her talk about that. Really proud of her for making a statement today.
Shout out to my queen, Nafisa. A 5-minute just takedown. You don't really ever see this in sports with players, especially star players, just going scorched earth on the commissioner of the league. But she did, and that's, days after her coach did the same thing after a post-game press conference after the coach had gotten ejected and went crazy. Nafisa, for 5 minutes, went on and basically pointed out some pretty accused the commissioner of saying some pretty bad stuff about the league and about players that seemed a little tone deaf, and she didn't really see them as partners, and that, quote, Caitlin should be on her knees. Players should be on their knees thanking me for the media rights deal I got them, which is a funny statement. When asked about Caitlin Clark, who has, obviously boosted the status of the league and brought in a bunch of new fans and raised a bunch of money, Nafisa said that it was asked, do you think it's really fair that Caitlin's basically maxed out at $70,000 despite bringing in millions and millions and millions of dollars for the league? Do you think that's fair? Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. Which I would say feels wrong. I feel like Caitlin Clark would still make some pretty good money just based off her college career alone. I think the league, which is the interesting part of this, Cody, I know you don't really want to spend this much time on this story, but the interesting part about it is that Nafisa Collier is the one saying this, but Nafisa Collier and her husband actually run that other women's basketball league that does pay their players more.
Uh-huh.
And so there's a big conflict of interest here as second best player in the league, probably right behind Asia Wilson, is going to war with the league while also owning a rival sports league that pays the players much more. And at some point, the players, if they get fed up enough, would maybe prioritize that league over the WNBA, like you see players prioritize overseas basketball to the WNBA sometimes because they make more money. That makes it an interesting wrinkle as far as I'm concerned, because there's an actual conflict of interest here.
So she's the wrong messenger.
No, she's the right messenger.
So she wasn't calling out Caitlin Clark. She said it was the commissioner that was saying Caitlin Clark better be.
Yeah. She was reading what the commissioner said. She had some damning quotes from what the commissioner said.
Okay.
Basically, I asked the commissioner this question and she said this, and it was this terrible response and just all this stuff where the commissioner basically the commissioner is acting like the players should be thankful to get scraps, which you could argue, whatever you want about the revenue and people bringing stuff in and whatever, but you don't want your commissioner treating the players that way. It's supposed to be a partnership.
I thought it was Collier kind of coming.
No.
Caitlin Clark being hey, you're.
No. Collier was reading what the commissioner had apparently said.
They were saying on Fox Sports Radio yesterday she was the wrong messenger.
She's the wrong messenger? I couldn't disagree with that more.
The follow-up from the Caitlin Clark was crazy, because it's players like Caitlin, Angel Page, clearly driving mass revenue, making so little first 4 years, 16, yada. And then she goes on, players should be on their knees thinking they're lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them.
Yeah, I will say that when you tell women they should be on their knees thanking somebody, if it was a man that said that to them, I think it'd go over a little bit different than I guess the Kathy saying it. But just anytime you're saying people should be on their knees thanking somebody, it's easy to kind of misconstrue that. But The media rights deal they just got, or the – see, I don't know which one they're talking about. I guess they're talking about the new one coming up, which will be good. So, I mean, I do think Kathy's not necessarily wrong there. But why did the Fox people say that she was the rug messenger? What was the reason there?
I don't know. I just happened to catch.
Yeah, because I fully disagree with that. I think she's the perfect messenger.
Covino and Rich. Take it up with them.
I'm not going to call in and ask her anything.
Hey,
I was just curious.
why'd y'all say what you said?
Leave Nafisa alone. She's a queen.
The Big 12 Conference has fined Colorado $50,000 and publicly reprimanded the school after a derogatory chant from the Buffaloes fans targeted Mormons during Saturday's football game against BYU.
So what are they yelling there?
F the Mormons.
That's what they were yelling?
Yeah, there were chants of F the Mormons.
Oh, okay.
Heard from the student section during BYU's win in Boulder.
I was curious about that just because I was trying to think of what like insensitive things they could be saying about them, but I guess it's just the old-fashioned.
Soaking.
Yeah, I guess it's just the old-fashioned bleep you. Okay, fair enough.
Hateful and discriminatory language has no home in the Big 12 Conference, apparently, says League Commissioner Brett Yormark. I'm glad he came out and said that, or otherwise I would have thought differently. While we appreciate Colorado apologizing for the chants that occurred in the stands, the Big 12 maintains zero tolerance for such behavior. Wow. Not even a little bit of tolerance for F the Mormons? Deion Sanders also apologized.
What'd Deion say?
It's not indicative of who we are. Our student body, our kids are phenomenal. So don't indict us just based on a group of young kids that probably was intoxicated and high simultaneously.
That's pretty good.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that as well, but the truth is going to make you free. BYU, we love you. We appreciate you and we support you. Yeah. Tyreek Hill going to play next year, according to his agent. Says the surgery went well and he will play in 2026. That's coming from Drew Rosenhaus, the agent.
It says the goal is for him to be ready at the beginning of the season.
It's about rehab and he will play. The realistic goal is, start of the season.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if he is able to get back near the level of where he is. Because I said yesterday that I think his time as a big impact relevant player is over, but maybe that was overstepping. Maybe that was being a little too reactionary. But we'll see. I still don't know if he will come back as a big time player.
And some Tennessee basketball recruiting information. Ralph Scott becomes the first commitment in the 2026 cycle for Tennessee. The Vols got Ralph Scott, the elite 4-star player that they wanted yesterday afternoon, who also had offers from Purdue, Texas A&M, and Houston. So it's a nice pickup. He's from Bermuda originally, but now plays at IMG Academy in Florida. He's a versatile forward in the 2026 cycle. So Tennessee gets him. They lost out on the white kid from Austin. He's going to Texas.
Yeah, stayed home to play with Daddy. I love having a guy named Ralph.
Yeah, is that his real name, you think?
His real name being Ralph? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit more about that after the break. Stick with us. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation, Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
It's football time at Tennessee, so crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Built for bonfires, backyards, and beating Bama. Garage Beer is proud to be brewed right here in the Volunteer State. So pick up a 12-pack today and look for the drive celebrating Football Fridays at select Garage Beer headquarters around town this fall. American-owned, Tennessee-brewed Garage Beer. 100% beer-flavored beer.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Kick off this football season with a CNB Plus Perks checking account. Move downfield with free online and mobile banking. And cross the goal line with extended evening hours and Saturday banking. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue, located in beautiful Cove Lake State Park. Rickard Ridge is home of the best ribs in the volunteer state. Smoked daily by Pitmaster Mark Rickard. The barbecue at Rickard Ridge is mouth-watering, fall-off-the-bone delicious. Take the scenic drive up I-75 to exit 134. For directions and to look at the rest of the menu, visit Rickard Ridge online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Fall fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Would you be my girlfriend?
The less I care about them. Shut it down already. Less than 1% of the country would care. Yawn. Says one of the freaks on YouTube. Freaky Not Sure.
Well, there's no lies told there. I mean, it sounds a little harsh, but he's correct.
The more they cry, the less you care about them?
Well, just the less than 1% of the country would care part.
No, you said everything you said was true there. So because the more they cry, I feel like the more they cried, you put them in headlines. So I feel like you cared at least a little bit. So I think that's a lie.
I put them in headlines because I know you wanted them to be in the news.
Oh, it's my fault.
And they were number 2 on ESPN.
Because you always try to think about what I want in headlines. No,
I knew you'd want to talk about it, so I did it for you.
Nafisa crying made you care 1% more.
It didn't make me care at all. I promise.
It made you care more. You talked about it.
No,
you wouldn't have led headlines if you didn't.
I promise you, I didn't care. But no, I knew you'd want to talk about it, and I thought I would give you that opportunity.
That's sad.
I did it for you.
That's sad the way some people talk about women. It's sad.
It's not that people hate women.
Yeah, it is. That's typically what it comes back to.
No, what it is that it gets pushed down our throat.
I hate women.
No, it's ESPN.
Shut up, women. It's women's basketball. Who cares?
No, that's not it.
They can't run and jump as high. Oh, God.
That's not it. It's that it gets pushed down our throat as if it's the big new thing. I don't think the best new sport. Like
push down your throat.
Yeah, you do it.
I push it down your throat.
Everyone in the media, you and others in the media.
What are you talking about?
You and the rest of your woke ESPN, you push this down our throat. Like Oh,
I'm a
look
grown
at
up.
my
I
girl.
can't just turn the TV off.
Well,
I
that
gotta
is-
it's pushed
well-
down the throat.
Well, that is what I do. That doesn't mean it's
how's
not
it pushed down
annoying.
your throat?
That doesn't mean it's not
No,
annoying.
no one's sitting there holding your eyes open, making you watch anything.
I know. I understand that. I don't watch it, so I'm
Pushed
not.
down
I'm
your
not
throat.
crying. I'm not complaining.
You're the one pushing it down
I'm
people's
just
throat.
telling
Just
you.
for the record.
No, it's just people want to fight
Sam,
back against
Sam.
the-
Who brought up
what
the
they're doing
WNBA in
to us.
headlines?
I did it for you, and this is how you repay me.
Who was pushing it down people's throats there just then?
I did that for you,
Cody.
Technically, it would have been Cody who brought
I
it
knew.
up.
Cody.
I knew you'd want to talk about it.
Cody pushing it down people's throats.
I do feel like
ESPN.
it was a little bit of like like D Wade, LeBron, like off the glass type of thing, where it was like, Cody just kind of throwing the lob to you, and then it was like you get in your wheelhouse and talk WNBA. And
Sure,
Cody
yeah.
kinda just goes to the
Right.
side.
Yeah, that's fair because Cody always keeps what I want in headlines in mind. Yeah, that's
just trying to fill some time on a Wednesday here.
That's really what it was. Is Cody was trying to fill some time and didn't want to
Fill
go
some
through and
time on a
actually find
Wednesday.
headlines he cared about, so he just went to ESPN.
I actually
and
have
said,
a
"Hey,
lot
it's
of
on the
other
front
headlines.
of ESPN. Let's go there."
That's
That's
not
really
true.
what it was.
No, it's not true. I could have skipped it. I have plenty of news.
Then why
today.
just say you're trying to fill some time?
I could have skipped it
Why did your words say trying to fill some time? Why did you say that?
because it's a Wednesday. It is a Wednesday.
So do you have
we
plenty
don't-
of stuff or do you not?
I do, but it's not the most interesting news. It's not the most interesting. I thought maybe you would be able to make that WNBA thing a little more interesting. You didn't, but I
did.
I thought maybe you would.
I did. I gave you 6 minutes on it. It was good.
I thought you might make it interesting, but you didn't.
And now look, I've even gotten more time out of
Right.
it here.
We're still
by somebody crying.
squeezing that orange.
That's right. I've made it even more interesting.
How about that? Great radio.
Just funny listening to somebody, well, shove it down our throat as you're the one,
That
ironically
is-
enough,
that is
doing
what
that
ESPN
to everybody else.
That is what ESPN does, though. I mean, come on.
But, but that's what you're doing to our audience.
No, I'm not doing it. You're doing it. When I gave the headline,
you brought it up.
No, but see, when I shove it down your throat, it's a 10-second headline. You're the one that spent 6 minutes on it. You shoved it down their throat.
Cody shoves it down your throat.
I
Just a
put
little
it in their
10-second
mouth.
blip. I do it. It
I
becomes a
slipped
big
it in their
story.
mouth.
Got it.
You shoved
Understood.
it down their throat.
Yeah, understood. When you do it, it's just barely a little inconvenience. I do it. It has to become a big thing. I get
Well,
it.
you did spend 6 minutes
Understood.
on it.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't ask
get
you
it.
to spend 6 minutes on it.
Like I said, the incels are crying, please, no WNBA talk.
I put it in their
please.
mouth. You
We
shoved
hate
it down their
women.
throat.
We hate women, please, no.
We went in
do
together.
it. Don't do it. Ralph Scott, top 35 player.
Now, that's a basketball player.
According to some rankings. I think Rivals has him at 57th, but either way, a high 4-star commits to Tennessee from IMG. He's long. Already got that 7'1" wingspan, which kind of fits the. You always want guys with positive wingspans. You always want guys that are longer than they are tall. You don't really want to get into the guys that are the same or even shorter. Just ask Imani Bates. Like that's kind of what derailed his entire career. Guy was like 6'8", but arms were like 6'4" or something crazy like that. Scott already kind of has that length that you hope is going to turn him into just an absolute, freak out on the perimeter when it comes to defense and you hope you can coach offense. You hope those guys, just the athleticism could help get them buckets. But I think Barnes sees the length and sees like, hey, this guy could be a big time defender.
He looks like a Houston player.
Well, that's actually pretty accurate. Yeah, he does look like a Houston player.
That's why they wanted him.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think there's a reason it came down to like Tennessee and Houston for him. Is I do think he looks like a Houston player, a guy that you would have Sampson there developing and turning into one of those freaks in a couple years that just kind of anchors their defense, or at least is out there on the perimeter grabbing a bunch of loose balls and tipping a bunch of passes, and as they're kind of interchangeable, he would fit right in there. Maybe that's Rick Barnes getting beat by getting beat by Houston and saying, hey, we need to go and get a couple of those guys.
Yeah, let's do what they're doing. That's the kind of guy that'll win you an Elite Eight game. We are so close to a Final Four. I can sniff the damn thing. I can sniff it. We're so close. I hope Rick Barnes is able to get over that hump. You know he wants it too. You know he can sniff it. If I can sniff it, he's got his nose right up in it. Because I'm just sniffing it from afar. I can. It smells like Final Four in here.
How bad do you
He's
want
over there by the oven.
How bad do you want it for him?
I want it real bad for him.
Would you rather have it or an SEC football championship?
SEC football championship, but
So you don't.
that's
you don't
neither
really,
here nor there.
You don't really want it for Rick.
Well, no, it's just that football's my sport. Football's my sport, but basketball's his.
So you don't really want it for Rick.
Yeah, I want it for Rick.
Not that bad.
Yeah, but I still want an SEC title for Josh. I mean,
playoff spot or at Final Four.
You got a home game or?
Yeah, I'll give you a home game.
Yeah, I'll probably take the playoff.
All right, so you don't really care about.
Yes,
Rick.
I do.
Yes,
I do.
You care about Rick when it's convenient. Like you'll turn your
basketball season.
Yeah, you'll turn your attention to him in February.
Another baseball national title or a Final Four?
Another baseball national title? No, Final Four. Final Four. There's a pecking order. Sorry. It just I'm not sitting here like I used to. Old me would have been like, oh, yeah, give me a win over Texas A&M in football. I don't care anything about basketball. That I might have said something like that in the past when our basketball team wasn't very good.
It's not far off. Like I feel pretty confident that if I said that you could choose between a Final Four or a win in Tuscaloosa, you're picking the win over Alabama.
I don't know about that.
The fact you're thinking about it, I think, proves my point.
Well, chalk one up for you there, Poindexter.
See, you don't really care.
Yeah, I do. It's just not.
But it's nice that you're not.
Season.
It's nice that you're not actively rooting against Rick anymore.
Yeah, no, you're just making me out to be negative for no reason.
You used to just root against him, so it's nice that we've made some progress.
This is what happens, Sam. I can't even say anything positive without being painted as negative. I said I really hope Rick Barnes gets a Final Four. I really want it for him,
and I think you're pandering.
And then you just said, "Nah, you don't care."
Yeah, you're pandering.
You don't care.
You don't really want him to get a Final Four. You're pandering. You don't care.
Yeah, I do. What do you mean I really don't want him to get a Final Four? Who do I want it to be then if I don't want it to be Barnes?
Well, I'm not saying you're rooting against Tennessee to make the Final Four. I'm saying that you wouldn't sacrifice anything for it. You wouldn't skip coffee for a damn week for Rick Barnes to get a Final Four.
Yes, I would.
A month?
Do I still get Red Bull?
You can have Red Bull, sure.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't think you would.
Yeah, no problem if I still get Red Bull.
All right, so if Rick Barnes makes the Final Four this year, you'll go a month without coffee.
That wasn't the prompt. That's completely ass backwards of what you just said.
We're making a sacrifice to the gods. You ain't got to do it unless he makes the Final Four. He makes the Final Four, no coffee for a month.
Okay, well, yeah, I could do that. I don't know why I'd agree to that with no.
What about Zens? How long without Zens for a Final
Let's
Four?
not get carried away.
Are you more addicted to Zens than coffee now?
I think so.
A week without Zens for a Final Four?
Well, there's no alternative there.
Do a damn week. He doesn't care about Rick Barnes making a Final Four.
Do you want me to take up chewing tobacco again? I mean,
a week of suffering for a lifetime of happiness.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not like
care.
But I would already have the Final Four. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what bargaining is called. Like, I'll do this if you give me this.
But that's not. It's just
You're
not
making
how it works.
Yeah, that's how a lot of prayers work. Dear God, please, if you just let this happen, I'll never be a bad boy again. I'll never drink again. If you just help me here. People do that all the time in their prayers.
But then
it's not good. That's what you do.
But like if
Lord,
I get the Final Four,
it's me, Cody. I'll quit with the coffee and Zens for a full month. If you just give Rick Barnes a Final Four, I really want it for him. Well, I don't really want it for him. It's just something I say on the radio.
Yeah, I do want it for him. I don't understand why you got to paint me as negative.
I just think you're pandering.
You think I'm pandering?
Yeah. I don't think
who am I pandering to? What do I have to prove?
I think you're really trying.
I already have an audience.
I think you're trying to convince yourself more than anything.
I'm trying to convince myself.
Yeah.
That I like Tennessee basketball.
Yeah. That you care about.
I don't think
that you care about the Deacon.
You think you're the arbiter of some sort of fandom. You're like the god of fandom. The Greek gods. They had the god of war. They had the god of arts. You're like the god of fandom.
I'm a pretty good fan.
I mean, you think just because you do it your way is the way it's got to be for everybody.
I'm a pretty good fan.
I've been a Tennessee basketball fan since Buzz Peterson.
Get the hell out of here.
What do you think I did in the winter? You think I didn't watch
Get
basketball?
The hell out of
Just
here.
because I like football more doesn't mean I'm not a fan. I was a member of the Junior Vols Club. Were you ever a member of the Junior Vols Club? Answer the question.
No, I was never a member of the Junior Vols
I was
Club.
a card-carrying member.
I didn't need to join a club for clout. That's my whole point. You're pandering.
For clout?
Yeah, you joined the Junior
Where
Vols.
did I get the clout?
You got your club.
In
you got
second
your card.
grade, I needed clout?
Yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You're pandering, and it's like, if I get something out of it, like give me a card. Yeah, I'll be a fan. See, I didn't need that.
That's come on.
I was there watching
That's
Scooter
ridiculous.
McFadden and the boys just for the
I
love
remember
of the game.
Scooter McFadden.
You went there. You went there. Rooting Scooter on.
Didn't it have a G in it? I didn't. I wasn't doing that as some sort of weird thing to say. It had a G in it, didn't it? Wasn't it like McFadden or something? The way I said it the first time, maybe not the way to say it, but I swear there was a G in there. Let's find out. You probably can't even find that guy when you Google him now.
Yeah, I think you can. I think he got into some trouble.
He did?
I think so.
Oh, well, my computer died, so. But anyway, I want the Final Four for Rick Barnes. I do. And I don't need to convince anyone of that.
In it, but
I knew it. I
think you put it before the D.
Yeah, I pronounced it wrong.
After.
I pronounced it wrong, but
it's after the D.
Yeah.
But I was always said it was pronounced McFadden.
McFadden. Arrested in 2014 for possession of he had a little bit of cocaine and marijuana. It says 2.5 pounds of cocaine. That's a, fair amount, and 193 pounds of marijuana. So, in hindsight, is that a lot? Is it?
He got 20 years. He got 20 years.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he did. I guess that's a lot. I guess 193 pounds of marijuana.
If they give you 20 years, I think that
Bubba, what do you weigh? You 200?
Bubba?
Above. About 220.
210? Okay. Yeah. I'm not very good with weights. What are you, Sam? You're big, thick. I mean, you're probably 220, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you're like 275. Well, somebody who's 193 pounds, that your average male, maybe that's a pretty good amount of marijuana. And
I feel like when you get into the pounds of any drug, it's not going to be good.
It was.
You think he had it stuffed in like a life size person, like a life size pinata, like a little doll? It's a real person. Pick it up.
It was probably the 2.5 pounds of cocaine, honestly, that got him more so than the 193 of marijuana. Either way, that feels like trafficking weights, probably.
I loved watching Live PD back in the day.
That's how you
get
20.
a big drug bust, and they'd be on be some frail old woman driving like an RV, and then suddenly she has like 100 pounds of cocaine in the bus, and you're just like, why is this lady transporting this?
Yeah, that seems like probably intent to distribute, when you got that much.
She's like, no, I don't know where that came from. I promise you.
Hard to argue that's for personal use, I didn't know I had a dime bag on me. I didn't know there was a human weight bag size.
I didn't know these 6 duffel bags were in my back seat.
What's 2.5 pound? Like a 2.5 pound plate? That's a lot of cocaine. That's because you got to think cocaine's just powder. It's a pretty light substance. Like a 2.5 pound plate weight wise, like that's got to be a pretty good brick, So. Is he out of prison? Do we know if he?
No, I just told you he got 20 years.
Well, I know he got 20 years, but I mean, that's been a long time ago.
No, it was like last year.
That was 2014. He was arrested in 2014. So he very well could be out, on good behavior or something like that.
Okay. The article I saw popped up, said it was like last year they wrote about it.
Oh, really? This says 2014, but it's Wikipedia, and I don't know if you've seen the news lately, but we might not be able to trust Wikipedia like we once thought.
What's happened to Wikipedia?
They're kind of getting not canceled, but what is it when the right wingers attack a media organization?
Oh, this is dumb, because I was thinking, of course, I should be able to do the math here. It was 2018 when he got, I guess, his sentencing, but it said he was 35. And for some reason, I was thinking we were the same age. Obviously, we're not the same age. I was watching him when I was a kid. That was the whole point of the thing.
Yeah.
Apologies to go down this road for Scooter McFadden if any of his people are listening. But, yeah, he was arrested in 2014.
Yeah, they probably weren't expecting this to come up on the air today.
Yeah. Apologies to all the VFLs out there.
Well,
anyways,
hopefully he gets out soon if he's good, if he deserves to.
I told you he'd come up, though, if you Googled him. Because I remember the story when it happens.
Yeah.
Because I said, oh, man, when I was 11 or 12, I remember going and watching him play. It's just sad.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good basketball player. Turns out
not even being willing to give up a week of Zins for a Final Four is crazy.
Turns out those missed free throws weren't the only bricks involved in his life.
That's crazy. Just not being willing to give up a week of Zins.
It's an addiction. Can I do
for
other
Rick Barnes.
nicotine pouches?
For not caring enough about the boys. First recruits in this upcoming class. Obviously basketball recruiting a little bit different. I'm actually okay. Like, Sam, what's the sweet spot for you in terms of high school recruits? How many do you want to bring in kind of each year on average? Because I think I'd be fine just bringing in like 3 and doing the rest of the class through like the transfer portal. Maybe even 2, in some years. I kind of, find one project and find like one contributor, then one like high level, like guy that maybe you could develop, or like one guy that could come in and play, one guy that's like a project that maybe you could strike gold with, and then just one other like rotation piece.
Yeah, to me, it would depend just on like the makeup of your roster year to year, but I'm with you. Like, I think when you asked me that, the number that I had in my mind was 3 to 5.
Yeah.
And kind of along that same line of thinking, like one culture guy that's kind of like the Zakai, and I feel like that
a 3 or 4 year
that.
guy. Somebody you hope that can be here and develop and grow and just turn into a role player.
And then you get your star, and then maybe just like depth at a position that you just don't really feel like you have a whole lot of guys kind of behind them.
Yeah. Like, to me, basketball recruiting is now, I don't want to say obsolete because it's not. It is. I think it is still important. And Tennessee, I do think, has been able to kind of thread that needle of walking both lines. I think they've done that better than most other programs. But ultimately, we know that, like, feels pretty certain that these big-time programs, unless you're Purdue, like Purdue was the only one last year that kind of made the Sweet 16 that had, like, all Purdue guys on there, right? Everyone else kind of had at least 1 or 2 transplants. Some had all 5 transplants. Like, I think I'm fine with like 2 or 3 guys being Tennessee guys, but then trying to have 3 or 4 of your other rotation guys be just the transfer portal guys. I feel like that's the new reality. But Scott, we'll see. I mean, he's kind of that tweener where maybe he's obviously not Nate Ament level. He's not there, but like maybe he's a guy as a freshman you can rely on to come in and kind of play in that role and do it, 75%, 80% of the way, but at least be like a contributor that could play as a freshman. Or maybe if you tell me he's 6'8", 190, that's a guy maybe has to develop a year or 2. He's kind of a tweener when it looks like that. And Tennessee, I don't think Barnes has really had much success, would you say, with playing those type of freshmen. I mean, you had your Kenny Chandler, you had your Jaden Springer. Those were both 5 stars.
You talking about big boys?
No, I'm talking about just really bringing in freshmen to play at all. Now, look, I think Nate is changing that this year. Like, I think Nate is that type of prospect. I think he's going to be a problem. But I'm saying, like, otherwise, like, Zakai came along, especially the back half of that year of SEC play, became very important. But like Meshack was pretty much non-factor. We haven't seen Boswell do much.
Remember DJ Burns?
DJ Burns, like Cade Phillips even didn't really play. Like Estrella got a little bit of run, mostly because Jonas Adu was so soft. Like we had to try to throw him into the fire against Zach Edey. But I feel like for the most part, we don't really play freshmen. Zakai, yes. Nate, you're going to play. But otherwise, I think Tennessee is still trying to kind of still do the, hey, we're going to develop you over 2, 3, 4 years.
I think the brand of basketball that Rick Barnes ultimately wants to play to is just like I mean, we've clearly seen his success in the transfer portal, but I just think it lends to more those veteran guys that like know what it takes at some level of college basketball. And I just do think there is like a acclimation process of just kind of getting your feet wet and like putting size on and putting weight on to be as physical as we like to play defensively. And
I think that's it right there is defensively, right? Yeah. Like I think defensively, you kind of have to be a little bit more of an adult. Offensively, Sam, I think you can roll guys out, and like especially if you have a good team around them, like, hey, you fit in here. But like you gotta live up defensively to those expectations that separates us. And Houston, I think we are. Feels gross to say, but like a poor man's version of Houston. It feels gross to say because I mean we're really good, but Houston's been the best.
I don't think it's gross anymore. Like I think they've definitely taken that next step in terms of evolving offensively out of just the first 1 to 50 is going to go win.
Well, also they've just won the most games over the last like 6-7 years, whatever it is.
What did they get us down like 30-8 or something? It was like I don't remember the exact score.
Think about that game.
I don't think
that was rough.
I don't think it was quite 30-8 bad, but hell, it might have been.
It was something like that. 28-8 or
I was gonna say you could tell me it was 26-8 and I'd believe. Like 30-12 I feel like it's in my mind, but hell, it might have been 30-8. But like
I don't remember exactly, but I remember just like we were so frustrated with the way that they played defense was just so suffocating. They should have won a damn natty.
Yeah, they should have. They blew it.
29-8.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Do we go like on a 6-0 run after that, I feel like, Sam, or a 5-0 run? We kind of got it back to where it was like, it was just like close enough. We were still getting blown out, but you kept thinking, one run. We could get back
to 31-12.
Yeah. That was rough.
Second half, we got to like 8, I think, didn't we?
Yeah, you got it to 34-15 by the end of the first half.
Did we get to 8 in the second half, I feel like? Maybe it was just 10 as close as we got, but I want to say we got to 8.
Yeah, it's still important to have those program guys, though. At the UAB game, they brought out Lanier and Meshack, and Chaz Lanier, he got a good roar from the crowd, good solid roar, but Meshack's roar was much louder.
They brought Meshack for the UAB game?
They did, yeah.
That's kind of a waste.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I know you just got to do it. You do it when you can or whatever, but
he got a big applause, standing roar from the crowd.
No, Meshack's going to be stamped here forever. He'll be a fan favorite forever.
I think we got to 13 at one point.
13 is the closest we got. Really?
As I'm scrolling, that's the closest I'm seeing so far.
Okay.
It just kept bouncing. Anytime we'd go on a run, it'd just be like, hey, they hit a 3.
They'd hit a big shot. Yeah.
I see it at 10, 50-40. D-Stone made a free throw.
Okay, I'm not that far down there yet.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I see that now.
I guess 10 was the closest we got. When it got to 10, though, I was like, oh, boy, here we come. Let's go. Come on, make this free throw. Come on, Dubar.
5.5 minutes, you had 10, and then boom, Manuel Sharp 3.
Yeah. That guy just kept hitting threes. Well, that was a fun trip down memory lane. But like I said, Ralph Scott, he does feel like a Houston guy, and it does feel like, you get a bunch of just those lengthy guys. That's how you play basketball. And in 2025, I like this pickup for Rick Barnes. Don't know, like I said, if he'll be an impact freshman player, 2 years from now or next season, not this upcoming season, but the one after that. But a nice win. Nice win. Tennessee went 1-2 yesterday in terms of the big borderline 5-star guys. And there's a Tennessee basketball segment. Stick with us.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw Premium Vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw Premium Vodka. Please drink responsibly. Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court-martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332-941.
Kenny Chandler is pretty good as a freshman. I mean, I think, yes, you are correct. I guess I kind of took that for granted when I said, talked about Jaden Springer and Keon. But yes, Kenny Chandler, another 5-star, fits the bill of like the top guys. Chandler, Springer, Phillips, Springer. Did I say Springer twice? Keon Johnson. They all fit the bills of the 5 stars. Like Nate Ament going to go to a different level there as far as a top 5 player. But yeah, Barnes has had the 5-star freshman, but outside of the 5 stars, I'm saying none of those other guys have really played. But yes, throw Kenny Chandler in there, who was also a 5-star. We still kind of mix in our freshmen, though, like the other guys. Like, hey, you'll get a couple minutes here and there. We'll see if you develop. Still waiting, for some of those guys to develop. Word to Bishop Boswell.
Yeah, one of these days, Boswell, he's going to be a player.
Maybe.
For somebody probably in Germany. Maybe France.
Maybe, Freddie DeLeon, I feel like has gone and had a decent college career somewhere else, right? I mean, he's been at least decent at Penn State. Is that not right? Sam's shaking his head no. Has he not been at least decent?
Nah.
Is he not a damn rotation player there at least now? He plays though, right?
I mean, I think for how much he's playing.
Am I wrong? I thought he was serviceable last year.
I mean, I guess 9 points
5
a game.
points a game is pretty. That's a decent college career.
For 25 minutes a game at Penn State.
9 points a game in the Big Ten is decent. I didn't act like he was a stud.
Shooting the lights out at 28% from three.
Well, I didn't go through his splits and say he turned into a shooter. I just said he scores 9 points a game. I feel like that's a pretty decent college career.
Yeah, Sam. It's
a
lot more than you score a game.
He scored 21 against Oregon. That's pretty damn good. He's had some moments.
Who's this? Freddie DeLeon?
Yeah, Freddie DeLeon.
What happened to him? Why did we get rid of him?
It's funny because he was
worth more money.
Highest paid player for a little while, and it just was one of those guys that.
Glad we moved past that.
It was, yeah. I mean, it was a great move by Tennessee to kind of. It's not dissimilar from Nico in a way of just like, hey, we shouldn't be giving all this money to freshmen all the time, especially like if they ain't got it, let's cut bait and reallocate that money. Like I do think that's part of a similar thing. Would you rather have Drew Pember's career or Freddie DeLeon's?
Freddie DeLeon.
Pember for sure. Pember was a star at UNC Asheville.
Yeah, but it was UNC Asheville.
That's the thing. That's the catch. That's where they get
Did they make the tournament one year?
Yes, we played them.
Do we play them?
I want to say we did, yeah. Unless I'm mistaken, when has
to
that
me,
ever
that's a
happened?
Much better career. You're a better player, and then you go make it to the NCAA tournament. Things that Penn State basketball can't do.
Did we play them in the tournament? Now that I don't
think we played them in the tournament.
We did play them in the regular season, I believe.
Oh, I don't even remember playing them in the regular season.
Tennessee
I remember them being like bracketology wise, like projected to play us, but I don't think we ever actually did.
I swear we played them in the regular season.
23, they lost in the first round to UCLA.
I swear Pember came back here.
Not the year we beat you, so that was last year.
Yeah, no.
In the regular season, it must have been. I swear we played them, though. Because they did a whole thing about him coming back to Knoxville, and this kid played at Bearden. I think.
Last time he played him was November of 2019.
You sure?
I mean, I'm looking at Tennessee and UNC Asheville's basketball history.
You saying I just dreamed that?
I'm saying you made it up. You are fake news McClure. And you're going to sit here and tell everybody they were wrong. You're gaslighting McClure. That's what you are.
Drew Pember's playing professionally in Taiwan.
They got leagues everywhere, man. You could say you're a professional basketball player too. I'd say he's making a pretty decent living. I mean, better than punching a clock somewhere in America, I'd say. So you'd rather have Drew Pember's career, be a star at the mid-major level?
2-time Big South Player of the Year?
Yeah, no, I mean, he was good. He was good at that level, but he couldn't hack it at the power level.
I do wonder what would start at UNC Asheville than just go be a throwaway also at Penn State, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I wonder what would have happened with a guy like Drew Pember. Like if
he had a reverse career.
If he comes out like now or just, a couple years later, does he go UNC Asheville first and then to Tennessee? Because I feel like that's what I would do if I was these type of recruits. Ralph Scott, we talked about him, being the 35th ranked guy. Like, that's kind of the cutoff. But unless I was like a top player, I think I'd rather go be a star somewhere small and learn how to play basketball as a star and develop those levels. Because like Chaz Lanier, I don't know if a guy like Chaz Lanier or Dalton Connect ends up in the NBA if they do the opposite. Like if Dalton Connect is like, hey, I can go be a depth piece and a guy that develops at Tennessee, and who knows if you ever make it. Like who knows if you ever morph past being a Bishop Boswell. No flame to him if he's listening. But like I do think there's some benefit, especially in basketball. In basketball and at quarterback. Like Joey Aguilar, I think fits this too. You go to the small level and you actually play. And that's how you get better. Because like Chaz Lanier would not have had the green light he had at North Florida at pretty much any other school. You know what I mean? Like Dalton Connect would not have had the green light he had over at Northern Colorado. Is that where he's at? Northern Colorado?
Yeah.
Yeah. Northern Colorado. He wouldn't have had that green light as a 7th or 8th man in the SEC. Like Justin Powell, for example. Like, do I think Justin, you remember him? Like how excited you were? I was pumped when we got him from Auburn. I was like, oh, this guy, prototypical.
Sharpshooter.
Yeah, sharpshooter. I can handle the ball a little bit, can play point guard for you. But he gets here and like he didn't have the mental makeup. You know, his career is basically over. I don't know where he's at. Maybe he's in, Taiwan with Drew Pember. But like if Powell had gone to like UNC Asheville and they just said, hey, here's the ball, you're the guy. You get 20 shots a game, you get to pass the ball, you get to do everything. And then you develop that killer mentality like Dalton Connect did, like Chaz Lanier did. And then all of a sudden you're a high dollar transfer in today's age. You get to go somewhere where you're sought after and you get to pay, you get to go level up. You can't convince me that's not a better path than what some of these guys are doing. Now, it might not be fun for some guys. Like, it might not be fun to go play at a small school in empty gyms.
I'd imagine it's more fun. I mean, I think they just want to play, man.
I think so too, but I do think
there's 1.3 points a game and 1 rebound at Tennessee to your first year at UNC Asheville, 16 points a game, 6.5 boards, and 3 blocks per game.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like for Pember, like to be the man, sure. But like, again, sorry, Bishop Boswell, if you're listening, but like, hey, I get 4 or 5 minutes a game. I get to play in big games. I get to be in big atmospheres at least. Like we're in the Elite Eight. We're playing big home games. It's nice to be there versus, hey, I'm doing this in an empty gym. Hey, I'm doing this not on TV. I think it just depends. But I will say for his career, for a guy's career, if I was like a fringe, like top 80 prospect, like that 4-star right there in college basketball, I think I'm going somewhere small and saying, hey, I want to be the star. I'll cash in next year in the transfer portal or the year after. I think that's what I would do. Whereas Cody just said, hey, I want to be at Penn State.
Yeah, I can't find anything on this Drew Pember. I swear, man, it's like it was just projected. It was a bracketology thing where we started talking about what if we play in again. It's in my head though, of like maybe it was a different former Vol, but I swear there's like a local kid and he played high school ball here and he came back and it was a whole story. Like maybe it was like an ETSU game or something.
You're thinking of Furman.
Who could that be? Maybe. Like there was a former
Devin Sibley.
No,
he didn't play for Tennessee, but he's from Knoxville and he went to Furman.
That's
and they
not
played
it.
here.
That's not what I'm thinking of. I could have sworn, man, that
Are
Drew
you just
Pember
thinking of
came back.
Zakai's brother with St. Peter's?
No, I remember that one too. I swear it was like one of those November games we're playing like ETSU or somebody, and like there's a guy he played for Tennessee. He was a local kid. Then he ended up
Dame
at this
Bradshaw.
school.
He was just announcing the game.
No, it's not Dame Bradshaw. No,
Roger Hoover. He was just announcing the game too.
No, he's a player. This kid, he played at Knoxville Catholic or Bearden or somewhere.
Talking about like that blue guy that played at Catholic.
I don't know, man.
That played at Georgia?
I don't know. I probably just made it up. I don't know.
Blue Kane? He played at Catholic and then went to Georgia and came back.
Wasn't him. It was one of those games we won by like 40, and I don't know.
Hour 2 in the books. We got hour 3 headlines coming at you. A little overrated, underrated. Stick with us.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. simple luxury for on and off the course.
Hey, folks, if you're in need of a lawyer, you need to call my friend Jerry Givens. I've known Jerry since high school and can personally vouch for him. He's East Tennessee through and through, and if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, or a DUI case, you'll need someone you can trust on your side to help you navigate the local legal system. You can trust Jerry Givens. Call the law offices of Jerry Givens today at 865-801-9250 to schedule your free consultation. That's 801-9250.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Hey, Pack Rat. Yeah, you. Are you moving cross-country and you just don't know who to call? Call us right now. Listen, you've probably seen one of our containers in your neighborhood, but did you know that we can help you move anywhere in the United States? It's real simple. We'll drop a container off at the location you tell us to bring it to. You pack up your valuable possessions at your leisure. They stay safe right in your home. And when you're ready, call us. We'll come and pick up the container and give you a scheduled date of when your furniture and the other possessions will be at your new home. So if you're moving across country or across town, be a Pack Rat. Join the Pack Rat family. Call Pack Rat right now for your free quote. See y'all later, Pack Rats.
Call 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298. That's 800-965-1298.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Round 3.
The world's greatest radio show. The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
Power Rankings, Tuesday Trivia. John, Reed, and Cody going wild. No Olivia. Wood grain on my leather seats. I got the whole team eating like I'm Johnny Eats. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ay. Talk sports while I'm chewing a Zen. Ay. Talk sports while I'm riding to work. All the ops take a ride in a hearse. East Knoxville. Ay. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ay. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ay. Morning booming from 7 to 10. All the ops take a ride in a hearse. East Knoxville.
Talk Sports 3.0.
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. This batch of headlines brought to you by our friends over at Barley's. It's Wednesday night. That means it's trivia night. 8 o'clock. Go eat some pizza, drink some booze, hang out at Barley's and play some trivia. Gift cards are on the line. Shout out to Barley's in the Old City. Enjoy their happy hour every day. Try one of their chicken salads for lunch. It's delicious. You wouldn't think so, but trust me, it is. Cody, let's hit some Hour 3 headlines. What you got?
Thank you, John. Josh Allen is dead at age 36. The So You Think You Can Dance season 4 winner, Josh Allen, has died at age 36.
I bet So You Think You Can Dance hates Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, I almost said Dancing with the Stars.
I bet they get so damn jealous of Dancing with the Stars. Give us attention, please.
Seth Curry is joining his brother Steph for the first time. The Curry brothers will take the court together in the 2025-26 season.
Seth signing with the Warriors, or?
Yeah.
Really? That's cool.
A 1-year deal, says Shams.
That's cool. I like that.
Curry will team up with his brother, the Curry brothers. That's what I call my guys down there at the Shell gas station. Did you see where Hunter Yurachek said that Coach Pittman did not have the resources he needed to appropriately compete in the conference right now?
I did.
After they fired him?
I did.
I'd be like, well, why'd you fire me? You didn't even give me the resources to compete.
There's some truth to that. There's some truth to that for sure. Like in terms of, okay, well, you're admitting that like I didn't have a fair shot, so why the hell are you firing me? But at the same time, it was a completely justified firing.
Right.
It seems like a cry for help from their AD to their fans. Like, hey, I know you guys want this. I know you guys want to be good at football. I know you want blah, 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 but like we got to have some more money.
We ain't got no money.
That's sad. That would feel pretty hopeless as a fan to just have your AD crying broke.
They also negotiated the buyout to be a lot less with Pittman. I don't know if that was just like a Pittman being like, hey, I'll do you guys a solid thing, or more of like they were kind of strapped for cash, so we can't pay you out.
Like, hey, blood, can't squeeze blood out of a turnip, brother. Like, I'll tell you, we'll pay you, but hell, you'll be dead before you get it. Might as well just call it even. Let's just both move on. I mean, I thought they had kind of renegotiated the buyout last year as a way to like keep him back. So, like, are you saying they renegotiated again, like this week after they fired him, or?
Yeah, he was due. If the season went on longer, he would have been due less money. So he was due more money if they fired him now, and the longer it carried on, they would have to pay him less money. But I think he met him in the middle as basically just like a courtesy of, hey, obviously this ain't going to work. So instead of paying he met him somewhere in the middle.
Well, if you're him, hell, you don't want to coach anymore. There ain't no point you being there. Team quit. Fans are booing you. Like you'll use up whatever goodwill you have. If you're Sam Pittman, you've made enough money. You might as well just go back and drink you some beer and hang out and
have me some old cold beer.
Maybe not be hated in Arkansas.
No, he's not hated. He can have all the old cold beer he wants now.
Like, hey, my game check's going to be like, $300,000. You owe me. If I stay here as the head coach, it'll be $300,000 for X amount of weeks. I don't really care about the extra $200,000. Here you go. I'll just give me this and I'll get out of there.
NACO said they negotiated the buyout down to 60% of his remaining, 62% of his remaining contract. So it was $7.6 million.
And it was supposed to be 100%, and he gave back 38% of it. Is that what you're saying? Or
I guess
I want to say I saw some numbers, but I can't remember where I saw them. I want to say he didn't
same
give
place
up.
You saw
the Drew
ETSU, yeah, and Drew
yeah.
Pember
He didn't
UNC
give up
Asheville.
a ton of money. Yeah, Cooper Flagg's going to Maine. Dolly Parton has canceled some shows over health issues. She was planning to do some shows at the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace in December in Vegas, but she's got to undergo multiple procedures. Her doctors say she's got some health problems she's dealing with. So she won't be doing those shows in Vegas. Dolly trying to get healthy.
That's always alarming at her age.
She cracked a joke at her own expense, saying she told the docs it must be time for her 100,000-mile checkup.
That's Dolly for you.
That's Dolly. Johnny Manziel is going to be on the sidelines in Tuscaloosa when Alabama plays Vanderbilt.
Look at me. Remember me, guys? I used to be good. I was short. Pay attention to me, please.
Did we discuss that Garrett Crochet retired 17 in a row? Did we mention that?
Hell, far. Do you pay attention? That was one of the first things Bubba said. We had a whole 3 minutes about it.
Well, just that in particular.
That caveat, in particular, because Bubba said he disappointed 17 batters in a row, not strikeouts. And I said, yeah, I think I would have heard about it if it was strikeouts. But the hell, that's really impressive if he mowed 17 down in a row. And Bubba said, well, he did.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, we had that whole
no.
conversation.
Okay, just checking. I don't hear everything, every single word that's said. Can you tell me by the context of this picture what year this was?
Context of the picture, what year it was. I remember the picture. If I was going to guess, I would say 2011.
You are correct, and there's two giveaways. One, Oklahoma State is ranked number 2, and the second thing is below that, it's number 8 Arkansas getting ready to play Tennessee. And that was the year they beat us 49-7, a game in which I attended for some reason. The Joe Adams punt return, famous game there in Fayetteville.
Okay, yeah.
I've seen us lose 3 times up there. I am never going back.
Yeah, they own you.
Yeah, but you know what? We're going to get them next Saturday. We're going to get them.
They own you.
We're going to get them good, get them real good.
Arkansas fans online have taken to call and get an 18-game winning streak, or 18-year drought, an 18-year winning streak. Tennessee hasn't beaten Arkansas in football in 18 years.
Well, that's true.
No, I know. It's just a funny way to put it, because it's only like 4 games during that time.
Yeah, it's true. We lost. I mean, I attended every loss except for the COVID loss.
You ever feel like you're the problem?
No, because I was there in 2007 when we beat them.
Okay, not you then.
Yeah,
you're safe.
But I remember last time we played them, 2015, hell, in Knoxville, we lost that one. That was Butch, though. I mean, what are you going to do? Former Raiders receiver Henry Ruggs III is set to have a tryout with the Giants today.
That was a fake account.
I know.
He didn't know yesterday. When we were sitting around at 5:00, he brought that up to the room, and then was told it was fake. And I was like, I really wish this was on the air.
But if it was true, would they bring him out of prison for the workout, or would they have to go to the prison yard and do it there?
It's a good question.
You know, work release programs are real, so I would say he'd probably get to come out and come to the facility.
Not to hijack your segment, Cody, but
go right ahead.
Brian Snicker will not return as the manager of the Braves.
That feels like a no-brainer, right? That feels like we knew that was going to be the case.
Will remain with the organization in a senior advisory capacity.
Also, looks like Boo Carter Mama going to be in Knoxville this weekend.
Let's go.
Be nice to see her at the game. LeBron James.
Which game?
I assume it's for well, no, there's no game, so I don't. Maybe she's just coming here. Maybe it's not for the game. LeBron James.
Where did it say she was
so
going?
I'll get to see her out and about on the town.
Where did it say?
You're lucky.
Where did it say she? Like, are you on her Facebook page where she just said Knoxville this weekend?
That's right. Yeah. Anyway, LeBron James.
LeBron James
will be sidelined to start training camp. He apparently has a lingering glute injury. What a pain in the ass. James was not a participant at practice, but the Lakers intend to have him ready for opening night.
I wonder what he does this year with his passive aggressiveness, his pettiness when it comes to like load management and like sitting out games. Because now it could be under the guise of, well, I got to make sure I'm protected next year. I got to be healthy. It's contract year. Got to make sure I'm good for my next contract. But also like, hey, he's only got X amount of games left in his career. He can't do this forever. Oh, it's Luka's team now. I'm not going to be out there giving my all. You guys didn't take care of me. I'm interested to see the pettiness that he tries to come out with. Oh, boy.
Brock Purdy is hopeful that his toe will not keep him out in the Rams game. He's got a lingering toe injury.
Too big of a game. Too big of a game to make them play on Thursday. I hate divisional Thursday games. I hate them. It's too big of a deal. We should not be watching the 49ers and Rams on Thursday Night Football. That should be a Sunday night game.
I agree with that.
Did Cardinals Purdy come back too quick?
He saw Mac Jones get a couple wins. He said, I got to get back out there.
It's not like he's got anything to work with, though. He's just throwing it to McCaffrey the whole time. They don't have anything out there.
He's got to be a leader, though. He's got to earn this money. I like that as a quarterback, though. I appreciate him being like, hey, I can go. I'm hurt. My toe's hurt. It sucks. It's pain, but I'm not going to be like that meow Joe Burrow and like have to have surgery. I'm just going to play through it because I am tough. I am a leader. This is why the 49ers win games and make the playoffs. That's why the Bengals lose game and miss the playoffs. Because I'm a winner. He's not. I'm a leader. He's not. Owie, my toe. No, I'm going to tough it out and play. Put a shot in it. Let's go.
What do you think happens to him once he hits the NFC Championship game?
Probably lose. But, like, hey, making the NFC Championship game's pretty cool. He's done it. I mean, I feel like has he done it a couple of times? I know the 49ers have. I feel like they're always there.
They do it every year.
Yeah. I give Brock Purdy a lot of credit for playing through the turf on his toe. Turf toe is one of my most vivid memories of my early days of childhood football.
Apparently, Mama Boo's leaving Chattanooga and moving to Knoxville.
Oh, she's moving.
She's moving here? Wow.
As she states, Knox be good to me and my kids. Peace, chat.
That could just mean she's taking a trip.
But then she says, I'm slicking my feelings, y'all, but I know it's for the best. I've been tearing up.
Wow.
How about that? All right, growth. Maybe, look, it just not to belabor the point on Boo Carter and
They're
Boo
also
Carter's.
wearing James Pierce Jr. jerseys for the Falcons, saying we support Boo's friends.
Let's go. Love that. Boo, played pretty well this last game. And also, things aren't going well at Colorado right now. And meanwhile, Josh Heupel and his staff taking a Colorado cast off and now has him mocked in the first round. I don't know how I could look and say, hey, Colorado's doing a better job than Tennessee at getting guys in the NFL, and a bench player from Colorado is now, a head turner in college football. So maybe somebody got in her ear, or maybe she realizes the grass ain't greener, so she's going to come up here and just be balled up. Bubba, you should message her and see if she needs help moving, unloading anything.
College hunks, baby. Move junk.
There you go.
At least 25 people were killed as a portion of a church under construction collapsed on some people in Ethiopia. They're saying it was just one 2x4 that fell from the ceiling. And in other news, the U.S. government has shut down for the first time since 2019 after the Trump administration and Congress failed to agree on funding before the midnight deadline.
Yeah, it's one of those things I've heard so much about. I still don't exactly know what it means. I mean, the government shuts down. I mean, I guess there's no park rangers right out at parks now.
Does that mean the parks are closed, or you just?
I don't know. Some parts maybe are closed, and otherwise, I don't think they got anybody out there taking the trash out and stuff. I feel like that was a talking point last time in the Smoky Mountains. I could be misremembering that. Maybe I'm confusing it for an episode of Parks and Rec when they have a government shutdown. I don't know.
Scream 7 hits theaters February 27th of next year. It's big news for you.
Okay. Thank you for including that.
Yeah. And Chunk, a 1,200-pound bear with a broken jaw, won Alaska's popular Fat Bear Week contest.
See, a headline for me and a headline for you. You get one, I get one. It's nice.
Why is this one for me?
I don't know, man. Think about it. Let me know what you come up with.
Those Ethiopians really did die. So that was kind of in poor taste, but
you're going to get us in trouble again?
They did die.
Making fun of people dying is not comedy. It's not good. It's sad.
I know it is. Sauce Gardner says that the refs are harder on him because the Jets are a losing team.
Harder on him because he goes by the name Sauce, as if I was guessing. Any interest in Scream 7?
No, not personally, but
Sam, you got any interest in Scream 7?
Nah.
Bubba, you got any interest in Scream 7?
Absolutely. Can't wait to see who the killer is, John.
Going back to the basics, because they had to get rid of the other actresses because they stood with Palestine, so they got rid of.
I will not be watching Screen 7.
Yeah, there's part of me like it's like, hey, am I making a political statement by going to see the movie? Do I need to boycott it? I don't know what side I'm supposed to be on in those arguments. But yeah, the new, they did a whole requel, Sam. They did a whole reboot where they were telling a new story with Jenna Ortega and the other beautiful Hispanic actress whose name's escaping me right now. But she had came out and was like, I stand with Palestine. So then the studio execs who are Jewish were like, well, you're out of the movie. So then all of a sudden, Jenna Ortega, who plays her sister in the movie, was like, well, if she's out of the movie, all of a sudden my schedule's too busy. I can't do it anymore. So now they're like, well, I guess we got to call back one of the old writers, Kevin Williamson. We'll let him direct it, and we'll go back to the basics with Nev Campbell and Courtney Cox. And it's like, okay, I guess we'll see.
When do you stop with movies like that?
They're still good enough. What do you mean? When do I stop? When do I stop watching them and caring about them, or when do you stop making them?
Not like you personally, just like, are we going to be sitting here in 2035 talking about Scream 14?
I would say no.
How many screams is too many screams?
That's a fair question. It's like Trapped in the Closet. You ever listen to R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet?
Canceled.
You never listened to any of that? Cody, have you ever listened to Trapped in the Closet?
I don't listen to R. Kelly. He's canceled.
Well, this is before he got canceled. You never listened to Trapped in the Closet?
I've probably heard it. Yeah.
Bubba,
How does it go?
Have you ever listened to Trapped in the Closet?
Probably.
Are you guys cultured? No Scream? No Trapped in the Closet? Well, it was an opera he was doing. He was telling a story.
I want R. Kelly to be in my corner. John.
Well, I know, but this was before he was canceled.
R. Kelly is your culture.
This was before he was canceled, but he did like an opera, right? It was like a story opera. Like he was telling a song about these 7 o'clock in the morning, the rays from the sun wakes me up. So like one guy wakes up in another bed, he's cheating on his wife, and then it just kind of unfolds. It's like a soap opera. It's, like, oh, she's cheating on him, he's cheating on him, blah, blah, blah. He gets caught, but then then all of a sudden it got to like chapter 30. You're like, okay, we could have stopped at like 12, bro. Like 12 told the story. 5 was really all you needed. But like, okay, from like 6 to 10, it was at least still somewhat interesting. But then it got to like 11 to 15 to 30. I was like, okay, enough. I haven't listened to the other. I used to have all 5, the first 5 parts memorized because I listened to it. I liked it. It was good. But then, it went too much. So kind of like Scream. Although I would say Scream 6, Sam, for a horror movie, still pretty good ratings. 77% from the critics, 90% from the audience. So like that's still good, and it's still making money. You know what I mean? It's still fresh enough. And they did take a break, unlike some of these other horror genres like, Scream or Saw 10, Saw 11, Saw 8, where it's like every year it's the same thing. They took, the story spans from 96 to 2025. So I mean, they did take a pretty good break in it, but I do feel like it's got to wind down here now. But I gotta say, for the 6th movie of a franchise to still be 77% and 90%, I would challenge anybody to find a horror series that rates higher. Each movie. There's only been like 1 dud out of 6. Now 3, don't get me wrong, 3 kind of stunk. Anyways, go back to headlines. Overrated, underrated. Coming up next.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hi, this is Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group at Realty Executives, and I know there's a lot of choices here in East Tennessee when it comes to choosing a realtor. Here's why the Kregner Group is different. At the Kregner Group, our motto is walking by faith, serving others. It's how I live my life. It's how I run my business. Here at the Kregner Group, we're committed to doing real estate the right way. Faith, honesty, integrity. The Kregner Group. Call me anytime at 865-742-1035 or visit my website at boknowshouses.com.
Friday Night Lights are back, and that means so is the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Join me, Tim Hill, a.k.a. Vols Tim 85, and my crew every Friday night starting at 9:30 p.m. Live action, live calls, and all of the biggest talking points in East Tennessee high school football. It's the Friday Night Scoreboard Show presented by SM Athletics right here on Fan Run Radio, 1340 AM, the free Fan Run app, and streaming live on YouTube on Fan Run TV.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Hey, folks, if you're in need of a lawyer, you need to call my friend Jerry Givens. I've known Jerry since high school and can personally vouch for him. He's East Tennessee through and through, and if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, or a DUI case, you'll need someone you can trust on your side to help you navigate the local legal system. You can trust Jerry Givens. Call the law offices of Jerry Givens today at 865-801-9250 to schedule your free consultation. That's 801-9250.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Overrated. Very overrated. It's overrated. Overrated, my friend. Overrated. I'm going to tell you why. I think that's a solid rated right there. It's perfect rated. He underrated, man. He got some swag. He has some real swag. Lobsters are underrated. They don't die.
Get out of here, lobsters. It's all about the crawfish. At least that's my kind of lobster. It's overrated, underrated on Wednesday. And we know what that means. It's a bye week for Tennessee, so the theme does not really continue. But it also kind of does. Maybe more of a Knoxville focus in some aspects. Unfortunately, Cody took the headline and took away one of my overrated, underrated topics in government shutdowns.
Oh, damn. Thought it was going to be Scream. Underrated.
Government shutdowns underrated, absolutely.
Gotta say, went to the, it reminds me, just while we're on the topic of movies, Leonardo DiCaprio.
25 years old.
He's back. Great performance by him last night in Another Battle. Like, he was awesome in that movie.
Oh, you watched that?
Yeah.
That's it's out now?
Yeah, it's out.
Every day is another battle or whatever?
No, that's not what it's called.
Is that like the 3 hour? Was it 3 hours?
2 hours and 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm ranking it right now in Letterboxd. For that reason, I had to deduct some points because, look, if you're going to have something that's 2 hours and 40 minutes long, like it's going to be I cap it out at like 82. I give it a solid 82, 4 out of 5 stars. It's almost impossible to get above that with me if you're 2 hours and 40 minutes, because there's no way you don't have some filler in 2 hours and 40 minutes. You know what I mean? Especially when I watched it on a Tuesday night. Like, I didn't get home till 10 o'clock.
It's just part of the psyche of it, too.
Yeah.
I feel like, you get like your mind wanders a little bit and you're like, man, this is it's a 3 hour movie. What am I going to be doing here for a portion of time? Then you kind of lose track.
Especially me, because I eat my popcorn like in the first 20 minutes. Like, I could go get a refill, but I don't.
Say, you got the movie pass. Isn't that free refills?
I don't. Sam, I get a large myself.
The sodium levels are high enough.
So I don't want to get another bucket because I will eat it. I'm like a dog when it comes to it. If it's there, I'll eat it. Like when it comes to popcorn. So
what if you were like just a quarter of a bucket?
Nope. Did you not just hear what I said? I will eat it.
That's what I'm saying. Like you don't have to go for the full bucket on the refill. Just be like, hey, can I get a quarter of this?
Sam, he does it. He views his popcorn the same way he does his chicken. One bucket at a time.
It's true.
One battle after another is the name of the movie.
Now, you could tell me that I could go like halfway through and dump it out and be like, hey, I want a fresh one. But I feel like I wouldn't be like, hey, just give me one scoop. That feels dumb.
One battle after another.
Good movie, though. Really good. Great performances.
I might see that.
Shout out to my girl, Regina Hall. Underrated babe. Another underrated for you there, Bubba. There's a new version of underrated, overrated, where I just tell you things I think are underrated or overrated. Regina Hall. Very underrated.
How was Sean Penn?
Sean Penn was great in it. Sean Penn, underrated coming out of this movie. He was really good. Almost too good. You ever see, like some roles where you're like a creep / like bad person and the actors are a little too good at it? Speaking of Leo, I mean, people thought that about him in Django, right? Like he was a little bit too comfortable being the racist slave owner. I'm not sure if we like Leo anymore. Sean Penn, a similar weird type of character, a little too good and convincing in that role. He was great in it.
All right.
Popcorn, also underrated. I rate it very highly already, Bubba, but every time I eat popcorn, I'm like, this is so good. This is so good. I love popcorn. It makes me so happy.
What about kettle corn? Not
Not really a kettle corn guy. Overrated. And I do have to say, like with popcorn, and I dealt with this last night, the kernels getting stuck with my teeth. It's tough. It's tough. Apparently they're making a Scary Movie 5, and Regina Hall's back in that. That's good. That's good. Anyways, Bubba, go ahead. You can do your thing.
Starting off,
The Scary Movie franchise, probably a little overrated. But I did love it as a kid. The Wayans brothers in general. Cody, do you find the Wayans brothers to be overrated or underrated?
I like their stuff. I always got the scary movies and the Scream movies confused.
Well, they had the same mask. But
Yeah.
One was supposed to be a parody of the other.
Right. Yeah. That's what it's.
Scream was originally titled Scary Movie. Did you know that?
I'll be damned.
And they're like, let's go with something a little bit different. But it was originally going to be titled Scary Movie. So the Wayans brothers, you got overrated, underrated?
I like the Wayans brothers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I saw where Marlon put out a big statement, basically saying that the critics owe him an apology for bashing white chicks when it came out because the movie has stood the test of time and is much
I used
more
to love white chicks.
much more respected now than when it was back then. The audience has always loved it, but now people have come around on it from a critic side too.
Yeah, my stepbrother watched that movie several times when we were boys.
I gotta say, Little Man sucked though. That's when they kind of lost me when Marlon played the little baby diamond thief.
Do you know you can see Medea's house in Atlanta? It's like a landmark.
Medea's house or like Tyler Perry's like studio? Because didn't Tyler Perry buy like a whole like neighborhood and turn it into like his movie studios?
Yeah, like in south of downtown Atlanta. Yeah.
Yeah, is that what you're talking about with Medea's house?
Well, no, it's not the same thing. It's an actual landmark.
Oh, okay.
You can see.
Then no, I
Medea's
don't.
house.
I don't really know.
I guess just where they filmed it, but anyway.
Anyways, go ahead, Bubba.
starting off, we have Gay Street. Is that overrated or underrated?
It's Cody's favorite place. I think he'd go pretty underrated.
This guy. A real
You get you a nice
comedian
burger. You got you a place to sing karaoke. You got two places to sing karaoke. Now, I will say parking. Oh, parking's become a hassle.
It ain't that bad. State Street Garage, and you just park on the level that connects to the bridge, and you're right
No, I'm
there.
talking about Gay Street. I'm talking about all of Gay Street. Not if you're right there in that part, cool. But if you go down a little bit, it's a little bit tougher.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you park on the level that's even with the pedestrian bridge there from State Street, and then you don't have to go
Tell
uphill.
everybody our secrets.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Spit you out right by the Regal.
I got yelled at. Somebody wrote me a strongly worded letter last time I was downtown. And they put it on cardboard and they put it underneath my like windshield wiper.
Please stop looking up the women's dresses.
And then it rained and I didn't see the letter until later. So like whenever I turn my windshield wipers on, like it just smushed all over my damn windows. Like if you go outside and look at my car, you'll see pieces of cardboard still on my car. They wrote me a letter. I read like the first like couple words of it. I was like, I don't care. And I ripped it up, wadded it up.
Well, what was the letter about?
Well, they were mad, and they probably had a right to be mad. But at the same time, I feel like if I could have explained what happened, I would have gotten less blowback. But you know how
you double parked.
No, I didn't double park. But downtown, where the dog park is down there, across from where Merchants Beer used to be.
I know.
If you're
right
going
where
down
it
a
is.
little bit, there's those electric car chargers.
On the left.
Well, I drive electric. So, like, I tried to go to the State Street Garage, like you're talking about, to walk because I was trying to go to a place for a friend's birthday during the day for one of the football games.
No
I can't
free
remember.
pub. Gotcha.
Well, actually, I was just struggling on where it was. But State Street Garage was completely full because it was game day. So, couldn't park there. Street parking was nowhere to be found. So, I parked at one of the electric places. I got an electric car. I did try to plug it in, but the adapter was broke and wouldn't work. So, I just parked there. And someone wrote me a letter about how they needed to charge a car, but since I was a jerk that had taken up a spot, they didn't get to. But keep in mind, it was also raining. It just started raining. So I was like, I'm not circling around looking anymore. We got to get in here before it starts pouring.
Okay.
Probably a jerk move, But I don't know if it's like write a letter and be mean about it.
Well, the typical electric car driver probably would be a letter writer. That checks out.
Well, you can't really say that because I wouldn't write a letter, and I was the jerk that took up the spot. I wouldn't write somebody a letter.
One jerk unhappy with another jerk.
I did kick a woman's mirror off.
It's
in my
like
younger
Stalin
days,
and
though.
Hitler getting in an argument.
I did kick a woman's mirror off in my younger days.
You did?
Yeah.
Why?
Parked in a fire lane that blocked me, inconvenienced me.
Oh boy, you know my thing with Range Rover drivers. There was a damn Range Rover. I left a letter one time. There was a Range Rover driver that double parked, like straight up double park, like on the white line.
Where at?
At the apartment I lived at in the parking garage. And I put a letter and I think I wrote one word on it, and it started with a C and then ended with "you next Tuesday." Put it right under the windshield wiper there.
That checks out.
Yeah.
That checks out. Anyways, Bubba, go ahead.
Up next, we have the 1982 World's Fair.
I don't think I got to give my take on Gay Street.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I'm going to go with properly rated. I like I've been to all the places. I've been to all the places. The other day I was on Gay Street.
You ain't been to all the places.
Maybe not every single one, but I've been to.
You ain't been to every place on Gay Street. That's a lie.
I've been to damn near every one of them.
You ain't, and you said you've been to every one. You're lying. You're pandering to the people on Gay Street. I'm an expert. I've been to everything on Gay Street. No, you ain't.
There's not one I can think of I haven't been to. Like you might name one, like a new place that I haven't been to, but I feel like I've been in pretty much every one of those buildings for one reason or the other. I've been to the ice cream shops. I've been to the bars. I've been in the Tennessee Theater. I've been in the karaoke places, the restaurant, DGB. I've been in, I can't think of anywhere I haven't been. I've been in the bowling hall. I've been in the pizza place down at the other end. I've been in that little market, the little, whatever that is, the general store. I've never been to the Bijou.
And the Bijou's on Gay Street?
It is, yeah. So there's one I haven't
there you
been
go.
to. Got to say, by the way, the ice cream place everybody loves.
Which one? There's two on Gay Street.
The one they really, really love. A little overrated. Just my opinion.
You're talking about Cruz?
I don't want to name names, but yeah, Cruz.
Put your name on it.
Yeah.
Cruz. There you go. This is Bubba.
A little overrated.
Cody calling it overrated.
A little overrated. I'm just saying, for there to be a line out the door.
I don't think it's overrated. I think it's good.
I think it's good, but it's not line out the door.
I think you're just getting confused by the line. It's not that long. It never takes that long to actually get it. Like it's a 15-minute thing to get your ice cream. Pretty much any
I'm
time.
not confused. I mean, there's a line out the door.
Well, I just think it's a place because there's not a lot of room to stand inside. Is what I'm saying. I think
it's a little tight.
I think you're just getting got by the line. It's a normal place. Like you go wait at a restaurant, you got to put your name down. And, oh, wait 20 minutes. The table's got to get cleaned up. It's the same concept. The same thing.
The last time I went in there, I got stuck behind the entire Texas A&M soccer team.
Well, that probably wasn't great unless it was. Have they just finished playing? Or
I assume they awesome. Yeah, the whole Texas A&M soccer team.
Were they sweaty?
They appeared to be. Yeah, I think they'd probably been in a game.
They have a nice musk.
That's probably just Cody.
Wow.
You saying I have a nice musk? Thank you, Sam. Yeah.
The line is a little jarring, though, but like when you actually wait in it doesn't take that long. And I got to say,
think about it in the same light if they weren't wearing those uniforms, like the old school Americana type of vibe that they got in there.
I don't like the vibe in there. I don't like the, hey, let's go back to the 60s feeling.
I feel like that's why a lot of people really love it.
I like
it.
Blast
from the past. And
they still let everybody in, though.
And we feel like we're back in the old days.
I like the milkshakes.
I'm just talking about the ice cream. Like I feel
ice
like,
cream.
I mean, it's good, but it's
it's ice cream. It's what I've been telling you for years. Ice cream's ice cream.
It's hard for me to not call it overrated when people say it's like the best ice cream in the world. Like there's people that think it's the best thing ever, and I just think it's a tad bit overrated. I'm not speaking negatively of it.
Thank you. Welcome to my New York pizza argument. It took you a couple of years, but you made it around to it.
No, that's still the dumbest thing you've ever said.
Ice cream's ice cream.
It's still the dumbest thing.
You came around.
No, that's not what that's not even what I said. I said what I meant is I've had ice cream better than that.
That isn't what you said. That might have been what you meant, but don't say that's not what you said. It's exactly what you said. You said ice cream's ice cream.
That's not what I said.
You
No,
said-
I didn't say that.
You said it's just ice cream.
Sam, did you hear me say ice cream is
He's
ice cream?
trying to backpedal, Sam, because he
didn't
knows
say it.
he's wrong.
You say he thinks it's a little overrated.
I'm saying it's not the best ice cream I've ever had.
He knows he's caught.
I think people overrate
Pizza
it
and
just
ice
a little
cream
bit.
is an entirely different argument too.
Well, yeah, but that's a whole other thing in itself. But
good pizza is good pizza is the argument.
Yeah, Domino's Black Box, you bet, man.
Good pizza is good pizza.
Way better than New
Good
Haven,
pizza.
Connecticut.
There's good pizza in New York. There's good pizza in Knoxville. That was my argument. You can make good pizza anywhere. That was my point.
Dumbest thing you've ever said.
Nope.
It's
proven
up
more
there.
correct as you just agreed
It's
with it
up
with
there.
the ice cream take.
I didn't even agree with it.
Yeah, you did.
I said I've had better ice cream.
Ice cream's ice cream.
I didn't say that.
You didn't say you had better ice cream either.
Stop
moron.
putting words in my mouth, jackass. So yeah, I'll go properly on Gay Street. What's next?
The 1982 World's Fair.
It still blows my mind whenever I think about the World's Fair being in Knoxville. I can't imagine living here and being alive when it happened. Did it feel really cool? Do you guys know anybody that was around for the World's Fair? Like, I've never really asked anybody about it, honestly. I don't really have any old heads up here. Any?
You got Bear.
He's done so much acid and drugs, though. He don't remember. He's fried his damn brain. You can't have a conversation with that guy. When he comes in here at 3 o'clock, he's stoned out of his mind every time I talk to him. Like, I can't have a conversation about him or remember what it was like back in the 80s.
That's true.
At least not like where he can give you a real, honest retelling of it.
There's a good YouTube video out there. I highly recommend.
Of the World's Fair?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like 25 minutes long. I've actually watched it before. It's pretty interesting.
It just shows like everything we had here in Knoxville?
Yeah.
I actually might watch that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go underrated because we got a monument out of it. Like the Sun Sphere, that's kind of the most dominant thing in the Knoxville skyline. I mean, we don't have much of a skyline, but Sun Sphere is cool. So we got that.
It kind of is the most iconic thing we have, right? When people think about it.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it. It's our Batman building. It's our pyramid. They used to have them all, on the driver's license. You see all the state, and then whatever Chattanooga has. I don't even know.
Like they had trolley cars that were like attached basically to that. It was like
attached to what?
There were just it was like I don't know how to describe it, but it wasn't attached to the globe necessarily, but it was just like trolley cars basically that you could like take over the top of World's Fair Park basically and
really
get around the premises.
Okay, we call it a spear, not a globe, Sam. I know you're a Nashville kid, but it's a spear.
Sphere. It's not a sphere.
Sure.
Sun globe.
Sphere.
So we had things going above ground. That'd be kind of scary.
I highly recommend watching the YouTube video.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I still don't really know how to get to World's Fair Park. It's kind of complicated, isn't it?
I don't know where I'm supposed to park to get there. I'll say that. Like, I know how to get there, but like, where do I need to park? I hate driving down there. I hate trying to find parking everywhere.
You got to like go down to that lower little curve area, and then you got to, I don't know. I don't go for that reason.
Honestly, that wasn't even where I was picturing in my mind whenever you were talking about it, but I know where you're talking about now.
What do you do at World's Fair Park? I mean,
throw Frisbee.
Yeah. I've been once or twice, maybe, but
watch concerts.
Yeah.
Do they have concerts there in that little amphitheater or whatever?
Yeah.
I feel like I've never seen anyone play there. It's just always been empty, but it seems like a cool venue.
No, I mean, they have concerts there. They'll do like it's like Sundown. They call it Sundown in the City or something like that. Like they'll have, like I want to say didn't Charlie Crockett play here a couple months ago at World's Fair Park? Am I making that up?
Yeah, but it like wasn't at that amphitheater. It was just like in one of those big grassy areas. And
I was
stage out. You talking about that Southern Skies Festival they
Yeah.
had? Yeah. I went to that.
When I think of an amphitheater, I think of it being outdoors.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying it was just in one of those big grassy fields that they have at World's Fair. It's not.
I've never actually gone to a concert there.
Okay.
ZZ Top is going to be at the Tennessee Theater next Tuesday.
Cows have 3 hearts. That's not true. 3 stomachs. Damn it. Since we're just saying random things that nobody cares about.
Oh, Well, maybe at least try to get it right.
Yeah, I blew it.
Well, we were talking
Egg
about
on my face.
We were talking about musicians in downtown Knoxville.
Nobody.
Like it was
wasn't relevant at all. We were talking about World's Fair Park.
Yeah, see if you can pronounce sphere next time.
Spear.
We just have a giant Indian spear. Monument.
Spear, the Knoxville Sphere.
Yeah. That's what happens when you attack me.
I ain't got to do nothing. I just got to wait a couple years. Of diabetes will take you. I ain't got to do nothing to get my revenge. Just wait.
Does it make you happy saying that?
Everyone can hear you deteriorating over the air. I thought you were about to have a heart attack during Brooks Austin's interview yesterday. How heavy you were breathing.
The allergies are getting me this week.
Allergies. Yeah. Allergies.
Yeah.
Allergies.
You're going to regret saying all that when I actually die on air.
No, I ain't. I'm going to say, we tried to tell him, we tried to get him healthier. He didn't care. He didn't care about nothing. All he cared about was Zen and coffee.
Clip this audio, Sam, and play it back when I die.
Clip it. Zen and coffee. That's all he cares about.
Play it back when I die. I want the audience to hear how insensitive he is. How mean he is talking about my death.
I hope your little spear joke was worth it. I hope it was. You brought out the claws. You got the tiger out of his cage.
Santa Claus, maybe, because you're fat. You're fat too.
Last call on the other side. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788. Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Citizens National Bank.
Kick off this football season with a CNB Plus Perks checking account. Move downfield with free online and mobile banking. And cross the goal line with extended evening hours and Saturday banking. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC. Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced. Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Here on the program as we wrap up this Wednesday edition of Talk Sports, the first day of October. Any plans tonight? Anybody do anything fun?
Watching baseball.
Watching baseball?
You know, I could have sworn I heard this last night, and then I was just like, no, that's not what that was. The Dodgers playing Rocky Top during the game.
I saw that clip on Twitter.
Yeah, I just saw that surface, and in the moment I was like, that was Rocky Top? And I was like, why would the Dodgers be playing Rocky Top? That don't make any sense. But they did.
Right after Mookie made a play too. So
yeah,
that's a.
Were they playing it for Mookie?
I guess so. Yeah, after he threw out former Tennessee signee Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Tennessee connection.
How about that?
Okay. What time do the Dodgers and Reds play today? Put them at night again, or are they getting the day game, or what's happening there?
I haven't
No,
even
it's
looked.
a repeat of yesterday's.
Yeah, I think the slate's just repeat.
Oh, the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I guess I was thinking like when they do in the first, like the actual, like, well, I call it the first round. I know this is a round now, but when it's the divisional round, they'll kind of rotate because there'll be some games that didn't play the day before that they'll maybe give them the night and move people up. So we got the Guardians, the Padres. This would be disappointing for the Padres if they get knocked out again early. The Yankees and the Reds.
Playoff baseball at Wrigley is so much cooler than the Padres, though.
Is the team cooler?
Just playoff vibes in Chicago Bay. Like cold weather playoff teams are so much better than West Coast teams.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think
Seeing
that's fair.
fans like bundled up, got to drink coffee or hot chocolate in the stands to like stay warm.
I think I'd rather be in Los Angeles.
Nah.
Just wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
Bubba, what did we miss today?
A couple things. Tennessee had a practice yesterday for baseball in their fall scrimmage. A couple guys went yard. Excuse me, I'm having a stroke, I guess. Cody's wearing off on me. But aside from that, Tennessee landed some recruits for the baseball. At the 26th player, Caden Dawson added to the list, which means they got a squad.
It'd be interesting to see how those players look under the new regime.
You proud of yourself with that one?
Tony ain't leaving.
Tony ain't going nowhere, right?
I hope not.
Hell, we're out here. He's out here getting whoever he wants. Out here kicking the transfer portal's ass, recruiting's ass, and all that. Would you be appealed to go to like Major League Baseball? Like, I think as a player, like if you have aspirations of being a player, of course you want to go to the big leagues. Like that's your goal. But like if you're somebody that I think is realistic about your playing career and kind of pulls the plug on that early, like do you think people sit around dreaming of being Major League Baseball managers?
Well, you know, I heard Tony Basilio talking about it yesterday. Shout out to the Tony Basilio show, which airs here in about 8 minutes right here on Fan Run Radio. And, you know, he was saying Tony shouldn't want any part of that day-to-day grind that is 162 games. Like, it does seem like a lot harder of a lifestyle than just being a college baseball coach.
Is it more of a day-to-day grind than college baseball, though? Because I feel like college baseball, like I feel like Tony don't get much of a break. Like here in Knoxville, like either he's having to do media availability, he's having to be out recruiting, he's having to do a whole bunch of stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, he's living his life, he's having fun, and like, you know, it's always cool to see him at you know, Tennessee football games on the sideline or Tennessee basketball games on the sideline going crazy, but like it's not like he can disappear for 3 months. Like I feel like if you're a Major League Baseball manager, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not as aware of them because of like, you know, them not being in our town and us not covering them. But I feel like if you're the manager of the Braves, do you not get like 3 months where you can just go to the beach if you wanted? Like if Brian Snitker had just like gone to the beach and hung out for 3 months and just came back for spring training, like would anybody have really known?
Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, I guess it depends on what you consider the grind to be.
Well, it's just weird because I know like 162 games, that's a lot more, but we look at it the opposite in football and basketball, right? Like the cliche has always been, hey, NFL coaches, they got much more of a work-life balance. They are, they only work basically during the workday. Steve Spurrier talked about that, like whenever he went to the NFL, like, hey, I got to play golf now. Like,
I'm going golfing.
Like college, you're on the clock all the time. Like Josh Heupel, he maybe gets 2 weeks off here and there during dead periods, but like if Josh Heupel disappeared for more than 2 weeks, I think we'd all be very worried.
Why aren't we recruiting at a high level?
Exactly. I feel like at the pro level, you get to do that.
I don't know if Tony's, is the recruiting as difficult a part of the job?
In baseball, I don't know. Like,
as the day-to-day games, I don't know.
I feel like for Tony, it's even more difficult.
I was going to say, I think it's harder.
Yeah.
You got to deal with people going to the draft and then also people just going to the transfer portal.
Yeah. The portal changes things, but also like, you have to get here and you got to start talking to these, 14, 15, 16-year-old kids. Because like baseball recruiting, I think you do a lot of your work a lot earlier there, I feel like, than in football. Maybe that's wrong, but like I think in baseball, there's less body development that you have to really worry about. Like football, there's no real sense of talking to most 14-year-olds because you don't know how they're going to hit puberty and how they're going to grow. What they're going to frame is always going to be like. Baseball, like, I feel like these kids, who's going to be studs from the time they're 14, 15 years old. And maybe that's wrong. Maybe I'm uneducated when it comes to that. I don't know. But like Sam says, with the recruiting, the transfer portal, having to recruit your high schoolers again when they get drafted, I just feel like it never ends. So with all due respect to Basilio, like I just don't know if the day-to-day grind is actually
that much different.
Like I think Major League Baseball would be much easier. Now, I also think it'd be less fun. And I think Vitello is somebody that likes to have fun. I think he likes being a celebrity. I think,
and he can be the king of the town here.
Yeah, and I think he likes that. So that part of it, I don't see him giving up.
After the whole natty, it was like, hey, how are you going to go celebrate this? He's like, I can't. I have to go recruit tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I heard one interview, and hell, he might have been he was talking to me, but talking about being on the beach. Like, yeah, he's like, I got like 10 days. I got to go to Mexico and hang out on the beach. Then I was back at it. But like that was it.
Things got a little rocky here last season. Some ups and downs.
Cody's wanting Tony to leave so bad.
I don't want Tony to leave.
Free Birdo.
Cody wants to see chaos. He just wants to see people upset. It's sad. It's the same guy that wished a global pandemic on us, and then was the first person to cry and get his masks out. That's sad. That's sad the way you treat Tony in the baseball program. More money to football. The Basilio Show coming up next.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.